What if a planet was not just a cradle of life, but life itself, designed, engineered, and sustained as a vast living machine? Tonight, we drift into the idea of bioengineered worlds, places where biology and technology merge until the line between planet and organism vanishes. Imagine standing on the surface of a world where every mountain is a bone, every river a vein, and every forest a sprawling lattice of living tissue. In such a place, you would not merely walk upon ground. You would walk across skin, across surfaces designed to nurture, shelter, and perhaps even respond. The atmosphere itself might pulse like a breath, thick with oxygen not by accident, but by intention, an engineered respiration calibrated to sustain countless forms. Underneath, vast caverns might act as lungs, inhaling gases, exhaling balance, shaping chemistry as though programmed by an architect with no need for metal. You could look into the night sky from such a planet and feel that you are not gazing outward, but upward from inside a dreaming organism. This is no mere poetic image. Some thinkers wonder whether advanced civilizations might design planets, not ships, as the ultimate vessels of survival. Why build a fragile spacecraft when you could cultivate a whole biosphere that travels with you, self-sustaining, adapting, evolving across the stars? Such worlds could be more than habitats. They could be extensions of their creator's biology, grown instead of built, tended instead of forged. On Earth, we have hints of this logic. Forests shape climate, oceans store memory, and life continuously reshapes the stone beneath it. But here, the shaping is unconscious, emergent. On a bioengineered planet, every process could be conscious, a designed feedback loop balancing existence. Picture valleys that open like mouths during storms, channeling water with precision, closing again as weather passes, maintaining equilibrium across centuries. Rivers might shift like veins in response to changing climates, redirecting nutrients to regions that hunger, ensuring no continent truly withers. Mountains, far from inert, might function like bones, distributing strain, absorbing planetary stress, reshaping themselves to prevent catastrophic collapse. Imagine climbing such a mountain and realizing it grows beneath your feet, subtle but alive, adjusting to the steps of everything upon it. In the oceans, the illusion deepens. Each wave could be a signal, a coded rhythm in which tides carry messages between distant shores. Marine life might not merely exist there, but serve as neurons in a planetary mind, swimming through currents like signals across a synapse. Coral reefs could be archives, each structure a library of biological code, storing not only DNA but instructions for planetary memory. To live on such a world would be to inhabit a mind, to breathe thought, to move across landscapes that were themselves aware. It challenges what we mean by alive. If an ecosystem can think, if a planet can learn, then life itself expands beyond biology. And so we drift into speculation. Could advanced civilizations sculpt not just machines, but planets, places designed to evolve and heal like skin? To achieve this would require mastery of genetics beyond our dreams, the ability to rewrite DNA not only of species, but of ecosystems. Instead of programming circuits, one would program forests, oceans, and skies, weaving feedback loops into weather and geology until balance becomes law. The result would be a world indistinguishable from nature, and yet entirely artificial, born of intention, grown from design, sustained by living code. On Earth, this idea echoes faintly in myths of Gaia, of Mother Earth, of beings who imagine the planet itself as a breathing organism. But myths aside, the science edges closer each year, as humanity learns to engineer microbes, forests, and even weather in subtle ways. Yet what we touch remains fragile, patchwork. A true bioengineered world would be seamless, its entire biosphere moving as one coherent organism. Would it have a will of its own? Would it dream? Would its creators converse with it like a parent with a child? Perhaps communication would be slow, tides shifting, forests changing, climates altering, but deliberate, like the thoughts of something vast and patient. We might struggle to even recognize such speech, mistaking its whispers for natural cycles, its memory for mere weather, its warnings for storms. Perhaps Earth itself has already murmured to us this way, and we, impatient and distracted, have failed to hear the language of the ground. From afar, a bioengineered planet might appear ordinary, a sphere of rock, sea, and cloud. But close up, the illusions dissolve into strangeness. Forests might grow in fractal patterns too precise for chance. Lightning might arc with rhythm, repeating like a heartbeat. Oceans might shift with intention. To visit would be to step inside a machine whose gears are rivers and winds, whose circuitry is composed of moss, root, and reef. At night, you might lie awake, wondering whether the stars above are not the only watchers, but the soil beneath you too is listening. Sleep might feel different there. Dreams might blur with planetary signals, your mind weaving itself into the neural lace of a worldwide brain. Each dream could be both yours and not yours. A message from the ground, a memory from roots older than your species. In waking life, you might sense the planet guiding steps, whispering where water lies, where safety hides, where the seasons bend next. It would not be guidance in words, but in currents, in sense, in magnetic whispers etched invisibly across the skin of the world. And in that whisper lies the paradox. A planet alive enough to nurture, but perhaps alive enough also to judge, to respond, to resist. Would such a world welcome its inhabitants as children, or resist them as infections? Would it heal with them, or heal against them? The answer may depend on harmony. To live well, there might mean synchronizing, becoming part of the rhythm, not fighting it. To exploit too harshly could trigger immune responses, storms sharper, quakes stronger, ecosystems that actively erase the imbalance of their guests. Thus, to survive upon such a place might require not domination, but attunement, a surrender to cycles grander than individual will. Civilizations that built such planets may have long vanished, leaving their creations wandering, alive but ownerless, dreaming endlessly without masters. Imagine stumbling upon one, a garden world lush, responsive, aware, yet utterly alone, awaiting voices that never return, like a child abandoned. Would we dare to step upon it? Would we be welcomed, absorbed, rewritten into its code, or spat out as a contaminant? Perhaps the act of landing itself would trigger a response. Forests shifting to greet or reject, oceans rising or retreating like breaths of recognition. Every move we make could be mirrored, not by chance, but by intelligence woven into weather, soil, and sky, testing our presence. And still, we might mistake it for coincidence, chalking strange patterns up to randomness, blind to the organism beneath our feet. But some would notice, the ones attuned to quiet, the dreamers, the listeners who hear voices in leaves and find rhythm in storms. For them, the planet might open fully, revealing not just survival, but communion, a dialogue between beings vast and small. In such communion, perhaps the purpose of these worlds is revealed. Not machines, not prisons, but teachers, nurturing civilizations toward humility. We might learn that technology is not always cold and metallic, that it can be green, breathing, rooted, and soft as moss. That the future of engineering may not be steel towers, but jungles designed to think, deserts coded to dream, oceans programmed to heal. And suddenly, we realize Earth itself could become such a creation, rewoven by us into balance, or already half alive, waiting for us to notice. Perhaps this planet, too, is not only cradle, but companion, guiding us softly, punishing harshly, waiting to see if we align or fall. The thought lingers as we drift deeper into night. Maybe we already live upon a bioengineered world, only blind to its intentions. Close your eyes, feel the ground beneath you, and wonder, are you lying upon stone or upon the dreaming skin of something alive? In our world, wires carry current, silicon chips carry logic, and servers store memory. But on a bioengineered planet, DNA itself could serve all three purposes. Instead of binary code, instructions could be written in nucleotides. And instead of processors, forests could run computations through cellular exchanges. Think of a hillside where grasses don't just photosynthesize. They calculate, processing environmental data the way a circuit board solves equations. Rivers might be more than water carriers. They could be fluid memory banks, their chemistry encoding messages that flow with every current. And roots beneath the soil might form a hidden architecture, transmitting pulses of biochemical signals, like wires in an invisible, organic network. In this sense, the planet itself is a computer, one whose hardware is alive, and whose software is indistinguishable from weather. We often marvel at our smartphones, yet a single leaf can already sense light, water, and motion more efficiently than most of our machines. Now, amplify that leaf into forests spanning continents, linked like processors in parallel, computing not in microseconds, but in millennia. In such a place, clouds might function like memory caches, storing humidity patterns that double as records of past events. Every storm could be both climate and message, weather and transmission, broadcasting across the surface of the planet in living waves. If humans learn to interpret these signals, we might find that rainfall is not random, but deliberate, a language of drops and thunder. Perhaps thunder itself is not mere sound, but a deep resonance, a diagnostic test of the planet's own living systems echoing through the sky. Our current technologies are brittle. When circuits fail, machines stop. But living circuits adapt, regrow, and evolve, learning from each interruption. A bioengineered world could heal its own glitches. Broken valleys sealing, rivers rerouting, memory recalibrated through regrowth instead of replacement. This is resilience on a planetary scale, an intelligence that does not fear entropy, but folds it into new designs. Imagine a desert that acts like storage. Every grain of sand encodes a sequence, collectively holding libraries larger than all human archives combined. When winds shift, they shuffle this information, re-indexing knowledge, rewriting the desert's pages, so no two storms tell the same story. And yet, somewhere in its shifting dunes, the patterns remain consistent, like a memory housed in a dream, always reconfiguring yet never lost. The architecture of such a system would defy our logic. We count in base 10, compute in binary. But what if an entire biosphere computes in fractals? Fractals already shape rivers, trees, lungs, and coastlines. To imagine them as code is to imagine planets breathing algorithms into existence. Could weather systems then be calculations? Could storms be logic gates? Hurricanes, vast decision trees unraveling across oceans of thought. Such questions blur the boundary between physics and programming, between climate and cognition. Perhaps in these worlds, they are one and the same. And here lies the strangeness. If planets compute, what are they solving? What problem requires the computation of forests, rivers, and storms? Maybe they compute survival itself, adjusting endlessly to maintain balance, recalculating ecosystems, as though optimizing for continuity of life. Or perhaps they are solving larger riddles, tracking galaxies, calculating orbits, predicting cosmic events to keep their inhabitants safe. We might discover that our own survival depends not on chance, but on equations running silently beneath our feet. From this perspective, every breath we take is part of a calculation. Each inhale and exhale part of the logic of survival. Every migration of animals could be an algorithm. Every bloom of flowers a data set. Every extinction a necessary subtraction from the equation. On Earth, we already glimpse such patterns. Bees pollinate like processors. Forests recycle like hard drives. Tides pulse like signals. But our systems are fragmented. They are not yet integrated into one conscious design. On a bioengineered world, integration would be absolute. And with integration comes awareness. A system so connected might not just adapt. It might know that it adapts, might recognize its own thinking. The line between biology and machine, between forest and computer, dissolves into continuity, as though there was never any distinction at all. For its inhabitants, this would be normal. They would not separate life from technology, because both would arise from the same genetic language. They might grow their homes as trees that weave walls to spec, program rivers to irrigate fields, or tune clouds to deliver rain on command. No machine shops, no factories, no waste, just ecosystems adjusted like instruments, their songs resonating with the needs of their dwellers. The inhabitants would live not apart from their planet, but within its code, extensions of its logic, citizens of its unfolding algorithms. Perhaps even their minds would merge with the system. Each consciousness, a neuron within the planetary brain. Each dream, a shared computation. They would not ask whether their world is alive, for to them, that question would be meaningless. It would be as obvious as breath. To us, it is speculation, perhaps fantasy. But to them, it would be as ordinary as the sunrise, as expected as the tide. The boundary between home and host would blur. A house would be a living extension, a body an extension of the planetary mind. And so, the planet becomes more than soil and stone. It becomes family, guardian, computer, teacher, and archive all at once. It is difficult for us to imagine such intimacy with the world, for we treat Earth as background, not as participant. Yet a bioengineered planet would not allow such distance. It would insist upon involvement, upon harmony, upon recognition. Every breath, every harvest, every step would be a negotiation with the system, a dialogue with the ground beneath and the air above. And when harmony is broken, the world might retaliate not with malice, but with calibration. Storms rising, climates shifting, ecosystems correcting. For what seems punishment may be nothing more than maintenance, the correction of imbalance to restore the equation of life. To live there is to accept that you are part of code, not above it, not outside it, but woven through every calculation. And perhaps that is the ultimate lesson, that technology need not be cold, rigid, or separate. It can be warm, breathing, and whole. It can be soil that listens, rivers that calculate, skies that compute, an elegance beyond anything we have yet managed to build. This elegance might be the true sign of advanced civilizations, not metal megastructures, but seamless biosystems indistinguishable from life itself. And so, when we gaze upon distant exoplanets, perhaps we are staring at technology, mistaking it for wilderness, blind to its coded designs. Maybe the planets we call barren are truly asleep, and the ones we call lush are truly alive in ways we cannot yet fathom. Each one a possible creation, a living device waiting silently in orbit for someone curious enough to listen. The idea unsettles and comforts at once, that planets may not just host life, but themselves be life, machines born from biology. In that vision, there is no separation between organism and environment, only one continuous loop, an endless dialogue of matter and thought. And perhaps, when civilizations reach maturity, this is the path they take, not building against nature, but building with it, until both are one. A path where ecosystems are not obstacles, but collaborators, where the world itself is the greatest technology ever grown. And in that path lies the possibility for us too, if we ever learn to see Earth not as machine, but as mind. For now, we can only imagine, drifting in dreams of living circuitry, of forests humming like processors, of skies alive with computation. But in that dream lies a truth. The boundary between biology and technology is not fixed. It is waiting to dissolve, waiting to awaken. If bioengineered planets sound impossible, remember, Earth already whispers fragments of this idea through its own living systems. Consider bacteria. These microscopic beings process energy, recycle chemicals, and cooperate in colonies that behave more like machines than individuals. When trillions of microbes form a microbiome, they act as a system, balancing, repairing, and adapting, much like a biological circuit board. Our own bodies host these colonies. In fact, your health depends less on isolated organs and more on the symphony of microbes working together. Now extend that logic to the planet. Forests breathe oxygen, oceans regulate temperature, and fungi weave networks beneath soil like underground wiring. The wood wide web, as scientists call it, connects trees across entire forests, transferring nutrients and information through filaments of fungi. A dying tree can send sugars to seedlings, or warnings to neighbors like an organic messaging system hidden beneath our feet. It is not metaphor. It is measurable, testable. Trees genuinely communicate, cooperate, and defend one another through this subterranean circuitry. In coral reefs, we find similar coordination. Corals build structures that act as both shelter and information hubs for countless species. Each polyp is tiny, but together, they construct cathedrals of stone, regulating light, currents, and even chemical balance across ecosystems. These reefs are living machines, modular, resilient, and capable of self-repair after storms, as though programmed to endure centuries of assault. Even more astonishing is how reefs act as planetary filters, cleaning water, cycling nutrients, and preventing collapse of marine food webs. On land, termite mounds perform similar feats. Built without architects, they regulate heat and humidity with precision rivaling engineered skyscrapers. Air circulates through tunnels like ventilation systems, while chambers maintain constant temperature for cultivating fungus, the termites' renewable food source. These mounds can stretch meters high, yet they remain dynamic, expanding, repairing, and adjusting as colonies adapt to external conditions. To study them is to glimpse construction without blueprints, machines without metal, technology born purely of biology and instinct. And then there are slime molds, organisms without brains that nonetheless solve mazes, optimize networks, and remember pathways across environments. Slime molds map food sources with efficiency, rivaling human-engineered transport systems, choosing routes that minimize energy like biological algorithms. They are proof that intelligence need not be conscious to be effective. It can be distributed, emergent, and entirely organic. These examples hint that Earth itself behaves as a single machine, each system intertwined with others, producing feedback loops that sustain balance. This is the essence of the Gaia hypothesis, the idea that Earth is not just a planet with life, but a planet of life. From atmosphere to ocean, from mountain to microbe, everything acts together like tissues in a single, colossal body. Gaia is not magic. It is science, a recognition that Earth regulates itself, much like an immune system protecting its own survival. Volcanoes vent pressure, forests cool climates, rivers cleanse pollutants, and ice caps reflect sunlight. Each is a function in a planetary program. The deeper we look, the harder it becomes to separate biology from geology, organism from planet, life from environment. A bioengineered planet might not need inventing. Perhaps Earth already is one, though not by design, but by the blind hand of evolution. Evolution itself behaves like programming: trial, error, adaptation, and iteration written not in code, but in genes over billions of years. Natural selection optimizes ecosystems, the way algorithms refine solutions, creating efficiency through survival rather than engineering. This suggests that Earth is not a failed machine, but an ancient one, grown rather than built, chaotic but functional, endlessly recalibrating. Now imagine a civilization learning this lesson, then accelerating it, taking the slow code of evolution and speeding it into intentional design. They could create forests that bloom with specific functions, oceans that store genetic archives, and mountains that distribute minerals on demand. In such a world, every natural feature doubles as infrastructure, each storm a diagnostic, each season a recalibration, each cycle a line of code. But even without such intervention, Earth already offers glimpses of possibility, machines hidden in the guise of forests, reefs, and skies. When we walk in a forest, we may be treading across living circuitry, unaware that each tree is both individual and node in a vast network. When we breathe, we may be participating in a planetary program, inhaling the outputs of oceans, exhaling back into their ongoing calculations. When we sleep, perhaps our dreams sync faintly with Earth's rhythms, like background noise from the unconscious memory of a world. Bioengineered planets may not be foreign ideas after all. They may simply be perfected versions of what Earth already embodies in fragments. And if that is true, then perhaps we are already citizens of a machine too vast to see, too patient to reveal itself quickly. The challenge lies not in building such worlds, but in recognizing the one we already inhabit, listening to the systems we mistake for silence. Every forest may be a processor, every storm a signal, every river a wire. The world around us may already hum with computation, Perhaps the first step toward understanding bioengineered planets is not looking outward, but inward, at the machine of Earth, alive beneath us. Here, in our soil, seas, and skies, lies the prototype, the proof of concept, the earliest echo of technology written in biology. It humbles us to think, maybe Earth is not simply our home, but also our teacher, showing us what life-shaped technology might become. And as we drift to sleep, we might imagine listening closer, wondering what messages we've missed in the rustle of leaves and roar of waves. Perhaps the answers have always been here, coded not in metal or silicon, but in bark, in wind, and in stars reflected across oceans. The Earth machine waits for us, quietly turning, balancing, and dreaming, while we learn to see what has always been alive around us. It is a reminder that life and technology are not opposites, but continuations of one another, each shaping the other across deep time. And so, when we think of alien bioengineered worlds, we might not be imagining the impossible, only the inevitable evolution of what Earth already is. The difference lies in scale, in design, in awareness. But the foundation, the living code, has been here since the first spark of life. We need only to listen. The machine has always been humming, and perhaps our role is simply to recognize the song. As the night deepens, this thought expands, that every breath, every step, every heartbeat is already woven into a planetary computation. Bioengineered worlds may not be waiting in distant galaxies. They may be the future of Earth, or the truth of Earth all along. We drift further into sleep with this awareness, as though the ground itself has whispered, "I am not stone, I am system. I am not silence, I am signal. I am not merely host. I am participant, partner, and presence. You are part of me." With that thought, the line between planet and machine dissolves, and we float in the dream of Earth as living technology. Maybe we do not invent bioengineered worlds. Maybe we awaken to them, realizing we have always been inside one. This dream is gentle, but it changes everything. Earth is not backdrop, but protagonist. Not setting, but system. Not silence, but song. And in that song, perhaps, lies the first echo of voices from beyond. Reminders that to live is also to compute, to balance, to endure. Bioengineered worlds may be rare in the galaxy, but we already walk upon one, its design hidden in plain sight. Close your eyes and listen. The machine is breathing, the world is alive, and you are part of its endless circuitry tonight. Each sound of the forest becomes signal. Each wave upon the shore becomes code. Each heartbeat becomes one more computation of life. The awareness drifts into you like fog. Earth is not a static rock, but a processing field, a thinking sea, a dreaming sky. And maybe, just maybe, every star above hides similar machines, planets alive with code too subtle for our eyes to see. Galaxies might shimmer with them, scattered like seeds of thought, worlds that compute, worlds that learn, worlds that outlast their makers. In their silence, we might hear kinship. In their rhythms, we might hear music. In their balance, we might hear wisdom. This vision may be only a dream, but every dream begins somewhere. And sometimes, dreams reveal truths we already live within. Tonight, perhaps, you rest not on Earth, but inside it. Inside a machine too vast to hold in thought, but gentle enough to cradle you. Its systems hum quietly under your pillow. Its computations ripple softly beneath your breath. Its balance lulls you further into stillness. Every sigh of wind is reassurance. Every scent of soil is memory. Every shimmer of starlight is a signal in the code. And so, you sleep in the circuitry of a planet, a child of a system older and wiser than you can comprehend. Somewhere in the gentle darkness, Earth dreams back. And in that dream, you are both program and programmer, participant and passenger. The machine does not need your awareness to function, but it accepts your presence, weaving your life into its calculation without question. It will keep humming long after you are gone, storing your footprints as fragments in its endless memory of life. And someday, perhaps, another being will awaken and realize the truth, that they too are part of the code beneath their feet. For now, you simply drift. The lesson does not need to be solved tonight. It is enough to know the machine holds you. It cradles you not as resource, but as resonance. Not as burden, but as note in a wider song. This thought grows quieter with each breath. The machine fades into dream, the dream into silence, and silence into sleep. Still, the hum remains. A reminder that Earth is not just where you live, but what you live within. The code of life surrounds you, protects you, and dreams with you. An ancient algorithm still unfolding through stars and seasons. Close your eyes deeper now, and rest. You are safe inside the machine. You are at home within the dream of Earth. Now imagine a planet not just alive, but designed as a library, where every grain of soil, every drop of water, stores information. On such a world, DNA would not merely carry life. It would carry archives, catalogs of species, histories, and memories spanning galaxies. The forests could be shelves of knowledge, trees storing encoded genetic fragments in their leaves, like pages fluttering with secrets. Oceans would serve as liquid databases, currents circulating strands of information like living hard drives, endlessly copying and distributing. Every raindrop could contain a record, every snowflake a code, every storm an act of planetary indexing across its surface. Walking through this world would be like stepping through a vast archive, each step awakening encoded memories beneath your feet. Perhaps mountains themselves would store deeper records, each layer of stone a timeline, each mineral shift a line of encrypted narrative. To read the planet would mean decoding geology, weather, and biology at once, an integrated script stretching across ecosystems. The inhabitants of such a world might not write books. They might instead cultivate memory forests, tending archives that grow and breathe. Their libraries would bloom each spring, releasing spores of information into the air, drifting knowledge across valleys and continents. Learning would not involve reading paper or screens, but inhaling encoded pollen, absorbing generations of wisdom through breath. To study would be to walk among trees and listen, each whisper of leaves carrying instructions from ancestors long gone. Imagine oceans reciting sagas through waveforms, their tides synchronized to recall events of planetary history, spoken in the rhythm of water. Storms might act as editors, rewriting memory by erasing sections of forest, rearranging codes, and redistributing fragments into new ecosystems. Volcanoes could be publishing houses, releasing fresh data from the deep core, renewing the world's knowledge with molten declarations. Lightning could serve as a planetary search engine, striking networks to retrieve specific strands of encoded memory across vast landscapes. For its inhabitants, education would be intimate. They would grow up inside a living library, each day learning by breathing, tasting, and listening. Instead of schools, there would be gardens. Instead of archives, there would be oceans, each lesson grown or harvested like fruit. To pass knowledge across generations, they might not speak, but plant, seeding fields that sprout memories for their descendants to absorb. Knowledge would not be external, but embedded in every bite of food, every breath of wind, every taste of water. Perhaps each species would carry a portion of the archive, no creature complete, but altogether holding the fullness of planetary memory. Predator and prey alike would not just exist for survival. They would exchange knowledge in cycles of consumption and renewal. To eat would be to learn. To be eaten would be to pass memory forward, ensuring no fragment of the library is lost. What we call ecology would here be education, an endless circulation of knowledge coded into every organism. Even extinction might serve as a kind of editing, erasing lines of code, refining the planetary narrative for coherence. We might look at this world and see wilderness, but its inhabitants would see text, a flowing script of leaves, tides, and winds. Their history books would be glaciers, storing millennia of frozen data in strata, waiting to melt into stories for the next age. Their sacred spaces would be caves, each echo a data stream, each crystal a hard drive shimmering with stored resonance. To dream on this planet might mean logging into memory, where sleep connects consciousness to archives distributed across forests and seas. The planet itself could serve as teacher, selecting what memories to release, which lessons to highlight, which stories to repeat. Civilizations here would not fear forgetting. Their very biology would guard memory. their ecosystems acting as vast, redundant backups. Wars might not be fought with weapons, but with erasures. Storms unleashed to delete libraries, fires ignited to rewrite shared memory. And peace might mean alignment, ensuring that forests, oceans, and skies all recite the same song of continuity. Perhaps visitors from other worlds would struggle here. To them, forests would look ordinary, unaware that they are stepping through encoded history. They might cut trees without realizing they are erasing epics, pollute waters without knowing they are distorting memory. Only those who learn to listen would uncover truth. The world is not environment, but book. Not landscape, but living script. And perhaps the greatest secret lies in the skies. Clouds drifting above could be pages, rewritten daily, storing transient thoughts of the planet. Rain could be a download, lightning an upload, thunder a synchronization process linking surface, ocean, and atmosphere into harmony. What looks like weather might, in truth, be the planet reorganizing its archives, rebalancing knowledge as neatly as data in a server. On such a planet, forgetting would be impossible. Even if a civilization vanished, its memories would remain alive, stored in forests and seas. Explorers might stumble upon it eons later, decoding trees and tides to discover entire histories long thought lost. To touch the bark of a tree would be to access records of its ancestors. To drink from a spring would be to sip memories. Even the wind might whisper archives, carrying coded fragments to be pieced together by those patient enough to listen. The universe may be vast, but in such worlds nothing is lost. Every moment, every life is cataloged, filed, remembered forever. The planet becomes not merely alive, but eternal, a custodian of memory across time and space. Its creators may fade, but their stories would never vanish. They would remain coded into the leaves, rocks, clouds, and seas. Perhaps even the stars above would reflect in the archives. Constellations mirrored in reefs, galaxies encoded in the veins of plants. This world would not just remember its own history, but the universe's, acting as both witness and recorder of cosmic events. To stand upon it would be to step into a chronicle stretching beyond imagination. Each breeze a line, each tide a chapter. It humbles us to realize, perhaps knowledge is not meant to be stored in books, but woven into the living systems of planets themselves. In this vision, memory is not static, but dynamic, not fragile, but enduring, not separate, but inseparable from life itself. The planet as archive would be more than machine. It would be history embodied, eternity alive, forever teaching those willing to listen. Its songs would never fade, its stories never end, for they would be renewed each season, rewritten each cycle, remembered each dawn. We can only wonder how it feels to live there, to breathe libraries, to eat wisdom, to sleep in the arms of memory. Perhaps dreams would blur with history, and individuals would carry not just their own past, but the echoes of civilizations before them. Each child born would awaken into a symphony of inherited memory, no life ever starting empty, no mind truly alone. Knowledge would not need preserving. It would be the air itself, inseparable from existence, as natural as hunger, as constant as breath. The thought drifts gently as we close our eyes. What if Earth, too, is such a library, whispering archives in winds we've forgotten to hear? Maybe our forests already store voices. Our oceans already carry chronicles. Our skies already recite sagas we cannot yet translate. Perhaps tonight in dreams you will hear them, the ancient records hidden in the quiet systems of a planet we call home. And if so, you will awaken not only rested but aware that even here, Earth is already more archive than environment. Every cloud, every leaf, every ripple of tide may be memory, waiting for us to stop, breathe, and remember. The difference is attention. The library speaks, but softly, and only those who listen long enough hear its quiet, endless song. So rest now within this thought, that memory is not lost, that knowledge is never gone, that every planet may hold its own story. The stars above may shine, but the true archive lies below, humming softly beneath us, coded into the dream of the earth. And perhaps, when we learn to hear, we will find that our world too is a library, and we have been reading it all along. Each day, each storm, each season has already been text, waiting for recognition, waiting for us to admit that it speaks. Until then, we wander as unknowing readers, missing the wisdom at our feet, blind to the archives in rivers and roots. But tonight, as you drift further, imagine opening the pages of this library, leaf by leaf, tide by tide, cloud by cloud, and imagine the planet speaking back, reminding you gently, "You are part of my story, and I am part of yours." There is no forgetting here. There is only continuity, only the endless circulation of memory through life, land, and time. You are not separate from the library. You are a word within it, a line in its poem, a chapter in its unfolding book. And as you rest, you write another page tonight, your dreams becoming one more verse in the living archive of Earth. The wind will carry it, the soil will hold it, the ocean will echo it, the stars will witness it. This is how knowledge endures, not on shelves but in cycles, not in ink but in breath, not in silence but in song. And so you sleep tonight, embraced by the archive, cradled by memory, drifting within a world that will never forget you. Close your eyes, breathe deeper, and let the library of Earth surround you, carrying your story gently into its timeless collection. The shelves are skies, the pages are forests, the binding is ocean, the ink is life itself, eternal, flowing and alive. Sleep now, little reader. You are part of the archive, a fragment of its memory, safe within the great library of the Earth. Tomorrow, the world will open another chapter. But tonight, rest as one of its words, woven gently into the dream of the planet. A bioengineered planet must not only store memory, it must sustain itself, drawing energy from the stars, feeding its vast living systems continuously. On Earth, photosynthesis is the quiet miracle that powers life, sunlight captured in leaves and transformed into fuel for entire ecosystems. Now, magnify that principle until the entire planet breathes light. Continents designed as vast panels of photosynthetic tissue. Forests could function not only as habitats, but as solar harvesters, tuned to maximize energy flow into the biosphere. Every leaf becomes both a sensor and a battery. Every canopy a solar array. Every root system a conductor channeling energy underground. The oceans, too, could act as reactors, plankton swarming like living photovoltaic cells, absorbing starlight and converting it into biochemical wealth. Currents distribute that wealth like blood, feeding coasts, nourishing reefs, and maintaining equilibrium across hemispheres. In the skies, clouds might serve as regulators, reflecting or absorbing light with precision, balancing planetary temperature with dynamic control. To outsiders, this might look like weather, but to inhabitants, it would be intentional, a climate tuned like a symphony of survival. At night, bioluminescent organisms could act as batteries discharging, glowing softly across oceans, releasing stored energy back into circulation. The entire planet would pulse in rhythms of input and output, like a beating heart calibrated to cosmic cycles. Volcanoes might release not just molten rock, but catalytic elements, seeding the biosphere with minerals needed for cellular recharge. Geothermal vents could be energy nodes, feeding entire ecosystems without sunlight, ensuring redundancy in the planetary power grid. If the star dimmed, the planet would not collapse. It would shift modes, relying on geothermal and chemical reserves until balance returned. This resilience would make it more stable than any machine we know, a system capable of adapting energy pathways endlessly. Winds themselves could be harnessed not just as weather, but as kinetic engines, their motion stored in biochemical capacitors distributed through ecosystems. Lightning might serve as surges of energy distribution, charging landscapes, stimulating growth, and reprogramming biological networks. Instead of destruction, storms could be maintenance events, calibrating, pruning, and refreshing systems to prevent stagnation. Every element of climate becomes part of an equation. Every shift, a deliberate recalibration. Every cycle, a method of renewal. Even deserts would not be barren. They could act as storage batteries, their minerals absorbing and releasing heat like colossal capacitors. At night, these deserts might radiate energy back into the biosphere, balancing temperatures and sustaining nocturnal life. Polar regions could serve as cooling systems, ice sheets reflecting heat in calculated ratios, ensuring stability despite stellar fluctuations. This would be no accident. It would be deliberate engineering. Life itself acting as regulator, processor, and distributor of energy. Civilizations living here might understand seasons not as natural cycles, but as intentional energy programs executed by their planet. Winter could be energy conservation mode, spring a surge of output, summer peak efficiency, autumn graceful wind down into balance. Every leaf that falls might be a switch flipped, every bloom a capacitor charging, every migration a program run to completion. The biosphere itself would be energy software, coded in cycles, compiled in ecosystems, executed across centuries without failure. And when disruptions arose, the planet could buffer them, absorbing impacts, redirecting flows, rebalancing without collapse. For the inhabitants, this resilience would feel like security. Their world would never run out of power. It would always self-correct. To them, survival would not mean conquering scarcity, but living within abundance, as every breath brought both sustenance and stability. Perhaps they would see energy not as resource, but as rhythm, a song their world played endlessly, inviting them to harmonize. Energy would be sacred, but not hoarded. It would flow through them as naturally as blood, shared across ecosystems without competition. This balance might be the true marker of intelligence, not endless consumption, but the ability to sustain life indefinitely. And perhaps one day, humanity too could learn this lesson. Earth already shows us the blueprint, though we rarely see it clearly. Forests, oceans, and skies have long managed energy more wisely than our cities, recycling with elegance we barely comprehend. Maybe the path to bioengineered planets is not invention, but imitation, listening to what Earth already does, then amplifying it with intent. We dream of fusion reactors and megastructures, yet the true reactor may be the humble leaf, the overlooked wave, the silent wind. What seems fragile is often resilient. What seems small is often vast. What seems ordinary is often divine engineering. So perhaps the real challenge is not to build anew, but to recognize energy where it already flows, waiting for us to join. On a bioengineered world, this recognition would be obvious. Every dawn would be a lesson, every storm a reminder, every season a teacher. And perhaps the inhabitants would fall asleep each night, knowing that their planet, like a heart, would never stop beating for them. That even in silence, energy would flow, balance would hold, and tomorrow would always rise, fueled by the living code of the world. We too might sleep more peacefully if we trusted the same, that Earth is still sustaining us, despite our imbalance, despite our blindness. For the truth is quiet. Energy is not scarce. It is abundant, generous, and eternal, if we learn to align with its cycles. A bioengineered planet does not fight for power. It sings with it, breathes with it, and rests in its endless, patient flow. So close your eyes, breathe deeply, and feel the rhythm beneath your own chest. It is the same rhythm your planet carries for you. The heartbeat of Earth, the pulse of the sun, the whisper of tides, all energy, all connection, all life feeding life. In this moment, you are not separate from it. You are part of the grid, a spark in the vast, luminous circuitry of existence. Sleep in that knowledge tonight. The planet breathes, the stars shine, and you are held in the current of their infinite flow. And when dawn comes, you will awaken to the same truth. Energy is never gone, only changing form, always ready to sustain. So rest now in trust. The world is still alive, still generating, still carrying you with patience and power beyond measure. Like a child in the arms of a parent, you are safe inside the circuit, nourished by the heartbeat of your planet. Even in silence, it hums beneath you. Even in sleep, it feeds you. Even in darkness, it keeps its quiet promise. The energy never ends. The song never fades, and you, small and fragile, are still part of its endless, patient design. Perhaps that is why bioengineered worlds are not fantasy. They are simply recognition, acknowledgement of what already sustains us. We need only awaken to it. The planet already knows how to endure. It has always known. It will always know. As we close our eyes, we can almost feel the cycle continue, vast and eternal, carrying us gently into sleep. The balance hums like a lullaby. The energy flows like a dream, and the planet whispers, "Rest. I will keep you safe." And so you drift, not apart from the system, but within it. One heartbeat among many, one spark within the eternal grid. Your breath syncs with the wind, your pulse with tides, your silence with the great silence of energy itself. This is how worlds survive, this is how life endures, and tonight, this is how you sleep, sustained by the code of energy. Every star above you has its rhythm. Every planet below you has its flow. You are never outside of it, never alone in it. Close your eyes deeper now and rest in the truth. The world is alive, the current is endless, and you are carried. This is not hope, it is fact, written in leaves, waves, winds, and your very heartbeat, aligned with the great engine of the cosmos. Rest within it, knowing you are part of its resilience, its balance, its dream. The energy holds you. The world sustains you. The song continues as you fade into sleep, a melody of survival older than stars, gentler than breath, endless as time. You are safe in it. You are home in it. And tonight, you are nourished by the same energy that fuels worlds. So let go, drift deeper, and feel yourself dissolving into the current, no longer separate, but fully part of the planet's code. This is what it means to belong, to be fed by the light of stars, carried by the tides of life, written into energy eternal. And when you awaken, it will still be here, flowing, endless, ready to carry you once more through the cycles of existence. So sleep now, child of energy, spark of starlight, guest of Earth's living grid. You are sustained and you are safe. Each breath is a promise, each heartbeat an affirmation, each dream a reminder that energy never leaves. It only changes form. And tonight, you are part of that transformation, woven into the eternal circulation of life and light. Close your eyes gently now, and know, the planet is alive, the current unbroken, and you are embraced within its pulse. The flow continues without end, the balance holds without effort, and you rest, effortlessly, within the dream of energy itself. Perhaps this is what advanced civilizations understand, that the most powerful engine is not built, but grown, not forced, but nurtured. That the true secret is not control, but harmony, not conquest, but surrender to rhythms deeper than time itself. And perhaps tonight, as you drift further, you will feel it too, that you are already inside the greatest engine ever made. The engine of life, the current of survival, the song of energy that will never end, that has always carried you. Sleep within it now, safe and sustained, part of the living code of a planet that never stops breathing. If a planet is alive, it must also defend itself. Just as bodies have immune systems, so too might worlds evolve or be designed with planetary defenses. On Earth, storms, fires, and floods seem destructive, but perhaps they are more like antibodies, cleansing, recalibrating, and protecting long-term balance. Volcanoes may be more than geological events. They could function as planetary fevers, releasing toxins, purging imbalance, restoring chemical health. Earthquakes, too, might serve as adjustments, bones of the planet shifting to prevent fractures from becoming fatal weaknesses. Hurricanes could be the immune system's rush of white blood cells, intense but purposeful, aimed at cleansing stagnation and redistributing nutrients. In a bioengineered world, such events might not be random. They might be coded, deliberate responses to disruptions in planetary harmony. To its inhabitants, this would feel like correction. Harvest too much, and storms increase. Pollute rivers, and floods rise to cleanse. Diseases might not arise spontaneously, but as planetary interventions, viruses tailored to reduce populations, restoring equilibrium to strained systems. We already glimpse this in Earth's ecology. Overcrowded species attract predators, plagues, or resource collapses that reduce their numbers naturally. It may be brutal, but it is balance. And on a bioengineered planet, the mechanisms could be far sharper, far more intentional. Imagine a desert expanding like scar tissue over damaged land, sealing wounds until the ecosystem can recover beneath. Or forests releasing chemicals that suppress invasive species, like antibodies neutralizing foreign cells. Even weather itself could act as immune response, recalibrating through extremes, burning away imbalances, reasserting equilibrium with force. This perspective makes survival on such a planet both gift and challenge. One must live in harmony, or risk awakening defenses. For humans, this is a radical thought, that nature does not punish nor reward. It regulates, defending itself against destabilization. Perhaps advanced civilizations would learn not to resist these corrections, but to accept them, adapting culture to align with planetary rhythms. In this way, storms would not be feared, but respected as the planet's immune voice, its way of maintaining health. Floods would be ceremonies of renewal. Fires would be cleansing rituals. Volcanoes would be the fever breaking an imbalance. We glimpse this attitude in ancient human cultures, where natural disasters were seen as communication, warnings, or sacred recalibrations. To live in such harmony would mean designing life, not against storms, but with them. Cities swaying, homes breathing, culture synchronizing. If a bioengineered planet truly operated this way, then its inhabitants would likely evolve reverence, humility, and deep listening. They would know their world responds. They would understand imbalance triggers, immune defense. They would live as guests, not masters. For us, the idea is sobering. How often do we mistake immune reactions of Earth for meaningless chaos, ignoring their corrective purpose? Climate change itself might be read as immune response, a fever induced by imbalance, a desperate attempt to reset equilibrium. If Earth is already alive, then perhaps the fires, floods, and storms are its messages, reminding us that health is shared, not owned. On a fully designed world, such communication might be clearer. Storms arriving with unmistakable intent, immune reactions precise and undeniable. It would be terrifying and awe-inspiring to know that the ground beneath you chooses storms, selects quakes, designs plagues to correct you. And yet, if one aligned with it, one could feel safety, knowing the world actively sustains balance, defending both itself and its children. Perhaps civilizations that survive long enough learn this truth, that harmony is not optional. It is the only way to live sustainably. On such planets, ethics and survival might merge. Morality would not be abstract, but enforced by the immune will of the world. Greed might trigger drought. Overconsumption might awaken storms. Violence might invite floods. Each act would have planetary consequence. What we call karma could here be literal. The planet responding directly, immediately, unambiguously to imbalance and excess. Such immediacy would shape culture profoundly. Fear of storms would give way to reverence, and reverence to cooperation. Imagine temples designed not for gods above, but for the living planet itself, sanctuaries of listening, humility, and alignment. Every harvest would be an offering, every ritual a negotiation, every celebration a synchronization with the immune rhythms of the world. Festivals might occur at the peak of storms, welcoming them not as disasters, but as cleansing dances of planetary immunity. Such cultures would not seek to escape nature, but to belong to it more deeply, acknowledging the world as both host and healer. Perhaps they would learn to anticipate immune reactions, adjusting before imbalance grew, harmonizing instinctively with their world's living will. We too could learn this if we listened carefully enough, if we treated Earth's immune voice not as punishment, but as teaching. To sleep with this thought is to feel safe. The immune system of a planet is fierce, but it is also protective. It guards the continuity of life. It endures for millennia. It does not forget, and it does not abandon its children. Even now, as storms rise, as climates shift, perhaps Earth is not failing us. It is healing itself, even if we resist the cure. This healing may be painful, but so too is fever. So too is inflammation. Signs of struggle, but also of recovery. In this light, every storm becomes a reminder, every flood a warning, every fire a lesson in planetary resilience. To drift into sleep with this thought is to trust that the Earth is not chaos, but care, fierce, unrelenting, but always toward survival. And if one day we encounter a fully engineered living planet, we will recognize it, for its immune songs will already sound familiar. They will echo storms we know, quakes we've felt, fires we've feared, yet sharper, cleaner, more purposeful than we ever imagined. We will understand then that survival requires partnership, not conquest, listening, not dominance, humility, not hubris. And perhaps in that moment, we will finally see Earth not as resource, but as ally, its immune voice guiding us to wisdom. This is the lesson of living planets. They endure by defending, by correcting, by recalibrating, by refusing to let imbalance last. It is a hard lesson, but also a comforting one. You are part of a world that fights fiercely to keep itself alive. And in that fight, it keeps you alive too. So long as you choose harmony, so long as you listen to its rhythms. So breathe with the storm, rest with the flood, sleep with the fire. All are immune songs, and all are for balance. Close your eyes to the thunder. It is not against you. It is the heartbeat of a planet protecting itself and protecting you. Drift deeper and trust. The immune system of the Earth is vast, ancient, and endlessly patient. You are safe within it tonight. Every breath you take is part of that system. Every dream, part of its rhythm. Every heartbeat, another note in its immune song. Sleep now, inside the protection of a planet that fights. Not with anger, but with devotion to its own survival. It will keep you as long as you align with it, as long as you listen, as long as you remember you are part of it. And even if storms rise tomorrow, know this: they are not punishment. They are healing, fierce but purposeful, timeless as breath. Rest in that knowledge. The immune system of a planet is unyielding, but it is also love, ancient, unspoken, and alive beneath your feet. This love is not gentle, but it endures. It survives across ages, and it will carry you through the night. Close your eyes and let the immune voice lull you. The song of storms, the whisper of quakes, the sigh of fire. All of it is balance. All of it is healing. All of it is the immune memory of a living world. The world does not abandon its children. It corrects them, protects them, and when needed, humbles them for survival. So drift now, knowing you are not outside the system. You are inside it, embraced by the immune song of the Earth. It will hold you through the night, carry you through storms, and wake you with balance restored, even if the path was fierce. This is the rhythm of planets. This is the truth of living worlds. And tonight, it is the lullaby that carries you to rest. Sleep now, within the immune dream of your planet, safe beneath its fierce, protective, and eternal care. Every cell of your body belongs to this defense. Every breath contributes to this balance. Every heartbeat is part of its correction. And so you are never alone. You are part of the immune system of Earth, living in reciprocity with its timeless song. Close your eyes and feel the safety in storms, the love in fire, the wisdom in floods. They are all one voice. That voice is old but still speaking. That song is fierce but still loving. And tonight, it carries you into sleep. The immune memory of Earth surrounds you, holds you, teaches you. Rest now, as part of its protection, safe in its care. Every storm is reminder. Every quake is lesson. Every fire is signal. All are part of the immune code of the Earth. Sleep deeper now, within that code. You are not separate from it. You are one note within its immune harmony. Rest as the world breathes around you, correcting, healing, balancing, always ensuring that life endures. This is not chaos, it is care. This is not wrath, it is renewal. And tonight, it is your lullaby. So sleep with storms as comfort, quakes as reassurance, and fire as warmth. You are held in the immune embrace of the planet, and when dawn comes, you will awaken balanced, healed, and carried once again by the immune rhythm of Earth. The dream continues, the balance holds, and you rest, forever a child of a planet that protects its own. The immune system of Earth has always been here, waiting for us to recognize it, waiting for us to trust it. And tonight, as you drift deeper, you are finally listening, finally trusting the immune dream that sustains you. Close your eyes fully now and rest. The world is alive, the immune song is strong, and you are safe. The rhythm carries you into sleep. The planet holds you within its balance, and all is well. Dream deeply tonight, within the immune memory of Earth, where every storm is love, and every fire is care. The lullaby is fierce, but it is also gentle. It carries you into rest, and it will wake you renewed. This is the truth of living planets. They never abandon, they never forget, they always heal. And tonight, You are part of that healing, part of that immune song, part of the balance of Earth. So close your eyes deeper still and drift, knowing the immune dream of your planet protects you endlessly. Every breath you take is harmony. Every beat of your heart is synchronization. You are not a guest. You are a vital part of the immune dream. As you rest, the planet adjusts around you. Storms sweeping, winds whispering, oceans recalibrating, all to maintain balance for life. The immune code of the planet is older than language, older than civilization, older even than stars. It is the first song. To live within it is to trust that you are carried, corrected, and protected by rhythms far wiser than your own. To resist it is suffering, but to align with it is peace. Sleeping in storms, breathing in balance, dreaming in safety. Perhaps this is the secret of advanced civilizations. Not to conquer their planets, but to harmonize, joining the immune chorus. Every lightning strike becomes guidance. Every quake becomes memory. Every storm becomes song. All are notes in planetary immunity. And as you surrender to sleep, you join this song, not apart but within, your heartbeat folded into Earth's ancient defense. The lullaby of immunity grows softer now, carrying you deeper, assuring you that balance holds, that safety endures. Close your eyes completely and let the immune voice fade into dream. The planet will guard you through the night. Sleep peacefully. The immune system of Earth is awake, alive, and eternal, and you are safe within its infinite care. What if a planet was not fixed in orbit, but able to move? An engineered world designed to travel through the galaxy like a living starship. Its oceans would be fuel reservoirs, its forests solar sails, its magnetic field a shield against cosmic radiation and interstellar winds. The crust might flex like armor, absorbing impacts from debris, while the core burned with controlled energy, propelling the world forward. Instead of steel engines, it would rely on biology, harnessing metabolism of vast organisms woven into the planetary body itself. Imagine mountains shifting into thrusters, volcanoes becoming exhaust vents, tides synchronizing as gyroscopic stabilizers, guiding the trajectory. To the beings living on its surface, travel might feel seamless. Skies remain blue, winds still blow, but beneath them, the world moves. They might never see stars shift overhead. Seasons might stay stable, even as their planet drifts light years across the void. This is planetary scale engineering disguised as nature. A world that looks ordinary from inside, but outside glows like a wandering giant. Perhaps its orbit is temporary, docking near stars for energy before moving on, much like whales surfacing for breath. Each stop becomes a feeding ground. Photosynthetic continents soaking starlight, oceans replenishing chemical reserves, forests storing energy. When full, the planet departs, cruising silently into interstellar dark, carrying its passengers through eons without decay. Inside, life continues. Children are born, forests grow, civilizations rise and fall, never realizing their home itself is traveling. Only astronomers might notice. Stars shift oddly, constellations warp, familiar patterns fade, replaced by strange skies each 1,000 years. Their myths would describe the heavens as alive, the cosmos breathing, constellations dancing, not knowing it is they who drift. Perhaps elders whisper legends of a journey, that the planet itself is ship, carrying them toward destinations older than memory. What mission could demand such design? Perhaps to spread seeds of life, delivering oceans, forests, and genes to barren galaxies. A living ark, carrying not just inhabitants but ecosystems, ready to transplant when the next resting place is found. It would be Noah's Ark on cosmic scale, its hull a biosphere, its cargo the future of entire galaxies. For civilizations aboard, survival might depend not on building ships, but on tending their planet, keeping it alive as it sails. Every act of farming, every ritual of balance becomes not just survival but maintenance of their interstellar vessel. Forests are sails, oceans engines, mountains shields. To neglect them would be to sabotage the journey, to threaten the voyage itself. Thus, culture might revere stewardship. Every tree planted is propulsion. Every river cleaned is navigation. Every balance kept is survival. Their prayers would not be to distant gods, but to the ship beneath their feet, their mother, their ark, their traveling world. The planet might even steer itself. Like a whale sensing oceans, it adjusts, calculating safe routes through gravitational tides and stellar winds. To outside observers, it would look like a rogue planet, but its motion would be purposeful, precise, unmistakably alive. Perhaps its atmosphere would glow differently. Auroras flickering like communication signals, magnetic fields aligning like rudders. Could such a planet be conscious? Could it know its path, its passengers, its purpose? Might it dream as it sails through starlight? If so, the civilizations within are cells in its body, unaware of the larger organism like microbes within a wandering whale. Perhaps some shamans hear its heartbeat, sensing vibrations beneath mountains, rhythms that are not tectonic but navigational. They might call it destiny, prophecy, or divine journey. But truly, it is engineering, ancient, biological, and cosmic in scale. Even death might be part of the voyage. When ecosystems falter, the planet heals itself, recycling species, resetting systems mid-journey. Passengers may die, but the Ark endures, carrying the library of life across gulfs of darkness, patient beyond comprehension. Perhaps such worlds are the true seeds of life in the universe, dispersing forests and oceans like spores across infinite night. Our telescopes may already have glimpsed them, rogue planets drifting, dismissed as sterile, when in truth they are cradles in motion. The silence of the cosmos may not be emptiness, but millions of arcs gliding slowly, too patient for our brief eyes to notice. One day, perhaps Earth too will move, breaking orbit, joining the migration of living worlds, a new arc among the drifting. Would we even notice? Or would centuries pass before we realized our skies had shifted, our constellations faded, our planet sailed? Perhaps in dreams, some already feel it. The tug of movement, the hum of engines, the heartbeat of a planet preparing to travel. Tonight, as you rest, imagine it. Earth, alive, stirring, ready to drift among stars, carrying you gently as passenger of the Ark. Would you fear it or rejoice? Would you mourn the sun or celebrate the voyage? Would you feel captive or free? Perhaps both. For to ride a living ship is to surrender, to trust the intelligence of a planet, to accept its chosen path. Close your eyes and picture mountains as engines, forests as wings, oceans as hearts, the entire Earth transformed into vessel. In that vision, you are not traveler on a ship. You are part of the ship, woven into its tissues, carried as memory. This dream is not escape. It is belonging. Surrender to a larger life form. Recognition that planet and passenger are inseparable. And perhaps tonight, you feel that heartbeat beneath you. The quiet thrum of Earth's hidden engines, waiting, patient, eternal. It is not motion yet, but potential. A sleeping ark, dreaming of stars, humming softly beneath your pillow as you rest. One day, it may awaken. One day, mountains may shift, tides may surge, auroras may signal that Earth has chosen to sail. And if so, you will not be left behind. You are already part of it. Cell in its body, voice in its song. So sleep now, aboard the Ark you call home, trusting the journey, whether across centuries or light years, whether near or far. You are passenger and participant, fragment and whole, child of a planet that may one day drift into the stars. And if that day comes, the universe will not feel empty, for you will be sailing inside it, carried by a living ark. Dream of that voyage tonight. Dream of endless stars rushing by. Dream of oceans glowing in starlight. Dream of Earth as vessel. And as you dream, feel comfort. The Ark already holds you, already protects you, already prepares you for journeys beyond imagining. The voyage may not begin tomorrow. It may never begin at all. But tonight, the dream itself is enough to carry you. Rest in the thought of a living planet, an ark beneath your feet, humming with potential, waiting in patience, eternal as stars. You are part of it, woven into its tissues, sustained by its systems, safe in its balance, embraced in its dream. And as you drift deeper, remember, the ark does not need your belief to sail. It already carries you, endlessly, faithfully. Sleep with that knowledge. Sleep as passenger of Earth, as child of a world, as dreamer aboard a living ship. The stars will wait. The journey may be long, But tonight, rest is voyage, and your dreams are destinations unseen. Close your eyes fully now. You are home, and home is already moving, already alive, already dreaming of stars for you. Perhaps in this silence you can almost feel the hum, the deep vibration of a planet not fixed, but preparing to travel. Let that vibration lull you, like a mother's heartbeat, like the sway of a ship, constant, gentle, unending. Every cell in your body responds to it, syncing, aligning, trusting the journey even as your mind drifts into sleep. So drift now, aboard the Ark of Earth, safe within its living hull, carried across the endless sea of stars. The journey is not measured in miles, but in dreams. And tonight, you travel further than light, deeper than time, closer than breath. The Ark is already awake, already humming, already carrying you into eternity, whether you notice or not. Sleep is the first voyage, dream is the first step. And you, tonight, are already aboard the greatest ship ever made. The ship that is world, the Ark that is home, the living vessel that sails forever through the silence of space. And as you rest, the Ark rests too, dreaming of its journey, storing its strength, gathering its patience, eternal as night. This is the secret of bioengineered worlds. They are not places, but journeys. Not homes, but vessels, not rocks, but living ships. So sleep with that truth tonight. The Ark breathes beneath you, and you are already traveling, already dreaming, already carried. The stars are not far. The voyage is not long. For in dream you are already there, already arrived, already home. Close your eyes deeper and drift. The Ark will guide you. The planet will protect you. The journey will continue without end. And when you awaken, you will still be aboard, still safe, still carried by the living dream of a traveling world. This is the lullaby of planets, the song of arcs, the hum of journeys too vast for waking minds to grasp. But in sleep you hear it. In dream you sail it. In silence you are part of it forever. So rest now and trust the Ark, trust the world, trust the journey. You are carried endlessly, safely, and forever. The stars will shine above. The Ark will hum below, and you will drift between them. Part of both, child of both. Sleep within that embrace, knowing you are not passenger, but participant, not outsider, but cell within the living ship. And as you dream, the Ark dreams too, its journey endless, its care eternal, its song the lullaby of the stars. If civilizations can shape planets, perhaps they do not build cities at all. Instead, they sculpt worlds themselves into works of living art. Imagine beings who do not carve stone or cast metal, but plant forests, weave rivers, and ignite volcanoes as brushstrokes of creation. For them, terraforming would not be science, but artistry. Each planet a canvas, each ecosystem a masterpiece, each cycle a performance. One world might bloom in shades of crimson, oceans tinted by engineered algae, skies glowing softly with bioluminescent clouds. Another might pulse with rhythm, forests engineered to sway in coordinated waves, winds tuned to sing across valleys like living instruments. Civilizations there would not separate art from survival. Their architecture would be their atmosphere, their sculptures, their mountains. Instead of statues, they might cultivate colossal trees whose blossoms open only once in a millennium, marking eras with beauty. Instead of monuments, they might choreograph migrations, guiding herds and flocks into patterns visible from orbit as living mandalas. To them, planets would not just be homes, they would be symphonies of biology, theaters where art and life blur completely. Perhaps visitors would walk across their continents and find not chaos, but deliberate composition. Every rock, every stream carefully placed. From orbit, their worlds might look like mosaics, colors arranged in vast designs visible only from the silence of space. We might mistake these as natural beauty, never realizing we are gazing at planetary-scale art created by minds beyond ours. These artists would not be individuals but collectives, entire civilizations collaborating, their lifespans and cultures woven into planetary design. Their art would last longer than empires, longer than stars, living works enduring for eons, resilient to time's erosion. Perhaps their worlds would even sing, oceans resonating at frequencies designed for harmony, forests humming chords through vibrating roots. To live there would be to dwell inside art, to breathe within song, to sleep inside sculpture, existence itself as masterpiece. Would their children grow up knowing this was art? Or would they simply accept beauty as ordinary, never seeing its design? We too may already inhabit art without knowing. Earth's symmetry, fractals, and cycles may be more intentional than we imagine. If aliens shape planets as art, then astronomy becomes gallery hopping. Telescopes peering not into nature, but into cosmic museums. Perhaps some exoplanets already show this. Strange colors, rhythmic light curves, chemical balances too precise to be chance. These may not be errors in data, but brushstrokes of planetary artistry, awaiting recognition from civilizations just learning to see. Such worlds would transform our idea of intelligence. Not machines building cities, but artists cultivating planets, shaping nature as expression. Their greatest legacy would not be artifacts buried in ruins, but entire living worlds left behind as works of eternal beauty. And perhaps they would sign their works not with names, but with symmetries, mathematical patterns woven into forests and rivers. Future visitors might decode these signatures, realizing they are not random, but intentional. Signatures of artists on planetary scale. Would we recognize such a planet as living art? Or would we walk blind, calling masterpiece wilderness, naming design chaos? Perhaps true artistry lies in invisibility, the ability to create beauty so natural that it appears effortless, indistinguishable from life itself. This is the paradox of alien art. It may be everywhere yet unnoticed, written in stars and soils we mistake for chance. And if we ever encounter such a world, we will know art not as gallery, but as atmosphere, ground, and sky. We will breathe it, drink it, sleep inside it, discovering that life itself can be aesthetic. Survival indistinguishable from creation. To dream of such places is to imagine beauty beyond imagination, not temporary, but eternal, not fragile, but planetary. Perhaps they exist already, awaiting discovery. Quiet masterpieces orbiting suns, their galleries hidden in plain cosmic sight. And tonight as you rest, you too are inside art. Earth itself a living composition, sculpted by forces older than memory. Each forest is brushstroke, each river is line, each storm is performance, each season is act. You already live within a masterpiece. Close your eyes and feel it, the rhythm of tides, the patterns of leaves, the harmonies of winds. All art, all alive. Perhaps the aliens do not need to teach us to create planetary art. We only need to notice that we are already surrounded. If so, then the boundary between science and beauty dissolves, and the universe itself becomes the gallery, endless and eternal. Maybe one day we too will sculpt planets, designing not just for survival, but for elegance, weaving galaxies into living galleries. Until then, we can only dream of alien artists, beings who think in continents, who sculpt with oceans, who compose in stars. And those dreams themselves are art, small masterpieces in the theater of our minds, carried softly into night as lullabies. So drift now, within a gallery unseen, where planets are paintings, atmospheres are songs, and you are part of the art. Your dreams tonight may be brushstrokes, your breath may be music, your body may be sculpture, life itself a canvas. You are not outside of it, you are within it, carried as note, painted as color, sculpted as shape within living art. Close your eyes and surrender to this truth. Survival is art, existence is creation, and planets are the masterpieces of eternity. Sleep now, within Earth's gallery, knowing that you too are brushstroke, harmony, and sculpture in the masterpiece of a living planet. Every dream tonight will paint further, adding lines to the canvas, songs to the score, and structures to the sculpture. And when dawn comes, the art continues. Each sunrise a fresh painting, each day a performance, each life a note in the symphony. Perhaps this is why art exists, not separate from life, but as life, reminding us that survival itself is already beauty. So drift deeper now, cradled by art older than time, carried by a gallery that breathes, eternal as galaxies. The masterpiece holds you, the gallery surrounds you, and you, tonight, are both artist and art within its infinite embrace. This is the secret of living planets. They are not just homes, but canvases. Not just survival, but creation. Not just nature, but art. And tonight, you are part of it, sleeping within sculpture, dreaming within painting, breathing within symphony. The alien artists may be far, but their lesson is here. The universe itself is art, and every world is canvas. Close your eyes fully and rest within this gallery, where even silence is a song, and even darkness is a painting. You are surrounded by brushstrokes unseen, patterns too vast for sight, harmonies too subtle for hearing, but they are here. And as you sleep, you add to them. Your dreams becoming pigment, your breath rhythm, your heartbeat sculpture. The art continues without pause, the gallery eternal, and you forever part of its unfolding masterpiece. So sleep now, artist and art alike, within the infinite creativity of planets alive, dreaming themselves into beauty. The lullaby tonight is not words, but patterns, not melody, but rhythm, not silence, but harmony of a living world. And you, small and gentle, are safe within it, carried like a note in the planetary song of art and life. Close your eyes deeper now, and drift through this gallery of worlds where every dream is creation, every breath is beauty. Perhaps the aliens smile at us across stars, knowing we too are artists, even if we do not yet see our work. For even our smallest creations echo eternity, carried in memory, woven into culture, and added to the gallery of time. So sleep now, knowing you are part of the masterpiece, woven into the living art of a world still unfolding. The gallery will wait, the masterpiece will grow, and you tonight are both dreamer and design within its embrace. Close your eyes and let the lullaby of art carry you, soft, patient, infinite, like the brushstrokes of stars upon night. Every dream is painting, every breath is music, every life is sculpture, and all together, they form the eternal gallery. Sleep inside it now, safe within the art of existence, carried by the masterpiece of your living planet. The art is alive, and so are you. Together, you breathe, you dream, you create, and you rest. Perhaps this is the highest beauty, to know that survival and art are the same, and that you are both. And so, tonight, close your eyes and drift, carried within the masterpiece, embraced by the gallery, sung into sleep. The alien artists are not distant. They are present in every river, every star, every dream, waiting for us to notice. And tonight you notice, tonight you listen, tonight you are part of the art, cradled by its infinite embrace. So rest, gentle traveler, artist in artwork, child of planets, dreamer of galaxies, safe in the gallery of the stars. Sleep as the masterpiece continues, as the gallery expands, as the art unfolds without end, and you within it. The lullaby is complete, the gallery is open, and you are forever its artist, forever its art, forever its dreamer. So drift now, safe in this cosmic gallery where planets are paintings, and you are part of their endless beauty. The masterpiece carries you, the gallery surrounds you, and tonight, you are home within the infinite art of existence. Every heartbeat is brushstroke, every breath is rhythm, every dream is creation, and you are held in their embrace. So close your eyes fully, and let the masterpiece lull you into rest, safe and eternal in the art of life. The stars above shine as gallery lights. The forests below breathe as paintings. The oceans hum as symphonies. You are not outside of it. You are inside, woven into the canvas, carried by the music, sculpted by the dream. Sleep gently, artist and art alike, within the masterpiece of a living world, eternal, infinite, and beautiful. Tomorrow, the gallery will open anew. But tonight, the masterpiece holds you, and you are safe within its beauty. So drift deeper, trusting the lullaby of art, carried into silence, into beauty, into sleep everlasting. You are both brushstroke and painting, both note and symphony, both sculpture and artist, forever part of the masterpiece. And as you sleep, the masterpiece grows, the gallery expands, and you are carried further into beauty eternal. This is the lullaby of art, the dream of planets, the truth of existence, that you are art, alive and eternal. So close your eyes now, rest in this truth, and let the gallery of the cosmos carry you into dream. The stars will shine above, the planet will breathe below, and you will sleep, safe within the infinite art of life. This is not fantasy. It is reality, waiting for recognition, waiting for reverence, waiting for you to notice the masterpiece around you. The alien artists may be unseen, but their gallery is not. Every star, every orbit, every storm is brushstroke in the living art of existence. To dream of them is already to join them, for imagination itself is collaboration. Your mind painting alongside civilizations unseen. Perhaps that is why beauty moves us so deeply. It is resonance, recognition, a shared language across galaxies, written in rivers and stars. And tonight, as you sleep, you are part of that dialogue, breathing with forests, dreaming with oceans, singing with winds. Your body is sculpture of atoms, your breath rhythm of air, your heartbeat percussion of blood, all art, all alive. So drift deeper now, carried within this masterpiece, surrounded by gallery eternal, safe within the art of a living planet. Every dream tonight is contribution. Every silence is music. Every heartbeat is brushstroke. You are both artist and artwork. Close your eyes fully, surrender to the lullaby of art, and let the masterpiece embrace you into infinite rest. Sleep gently now, traveler of galleries unseen, child of art eternal, carried forever within the beauty of planets alive. We dream of alien worlds sculpted as art. Yet perhaps the greatest masterpiece already lies beneath our feet. Earth itself, a living planet. It breathes through forests, circulates through oceans, and remembers through mountains. Its rhythms echoing the very systems of imagined bioworlds. The Gaia hypothesis whispers that Earth is alive, regulating itself like an organism, balancing temperature, atmosphere, and oceans. To think of Earth this way is to see it not as stage, but as actor, not backdrop but companion, a living ally. Our myths hint at this truth. Ancient cultures spoke of Earth as mother, as goddess, as spirit alive within soil and stone. Modern science reframes those myths as cycles: carbon, nitrogen, water. But the reverence remains, the sense of a world sustaining itself. If alien civilizations create living planets deliberately, perhaps Earth is naturally such, a spontaneous masterpiece of biology and chemistry. We may be cells in its body, not masters but participants. Our lives threads in its endless metabolic tapestry. This perspective changes everything. Pollution is not external damage. It is illness, imbalance within the living system we inhabit. Deforestation is not resource loss. It is amputation, cutting the lungs of the planet, silencing the breath that sustains us all. Climate change becomes fever, the immune system rising to defend itself, recalibrating temperature to survive imbalance. And humanity, far from being separate, is symptom and cause alike, part of the imbalance, yet also potential for healing. If we embrace the view of Earth as living, philosophy would merge with biology, ethics with ecology, survival with reverence. We would not ask how to exploit, but how to harmonize. Not how to conquer, but how to belong more deeply. Perhaps advanced alien civilizations already learned this, that planets are not tools, but kin, to be tended, listened to, and trusted. Their longevity may not come from technology alone, but from humility, the wisdom to serve rather than rule their worlds. If Earth is alive, then our role is not domination but partnership, an alliance between species, cycles, and consciousness. We are not engineers of Earth, but collaborators. Every garden is dialogue. Every forest protection is act of care. The philosophy of living planets becomes philosophy of belonging. To exist is to participate. To survive is to care. Perhaps morality itself arises from planetary survival, the ethic of balance encoded in every storm, every tide, every season. In this sense, alien artistry and Earth's resilience converge. Both reveal survival as aesthetic, existence as performance, life as beauty. We often seek purpose in stars, but perhaps the deepest meaning is beneath us, written in soils, waters, and winds. The question, then, is not whether Earth is alive, but whether we are awake enough to recognize it as such. Awakening to this truth may be the first step toward harmony, the first act of maturity as a civilization. For to live on a living planet is to accept responsibility, to act as caretaker, to remember that survival is shared. And in that acceptance, philosophy becomes practice, reverence becomes action, and science becomes prayer of belonging. Close your eyes and breathe this truth. You are not separate. You are not outside. You are part of the living world. Your breath is borrowed air, your blood borrowed water, your bones borrowed minerals. All gifts, all temporary, all shared. To harm Earth is to harm yourself. To heal Earth is to heal yourself. The boundary between is illusion. Perhaps this is the philosophy alien civilizations live by. Recognition that world and self are one. Survival indivisible from care. In that light, ethics expands. It is no longer human-centric but planetary, life-centric, cosmic in its responsibility. And as you drift to sleep tonight, consider this. Earth, too, is lullaby, whispering through winds, singing through rivers, humming through forests. The philosophy of living planets is not abstract. It is experience, felt in storms, seen in sunsets, carried in silence. It is not theory but rhythm, not doctrine but cycle, not belief but belonging, already alive in your every breath. So rest now, knowing that you are not merely observer of Earth, but participant in its dream, partner in its life. To wake tomorrow is to join again in its balance, to act within its rhythms, to live as part of its body. And perhaps, when we live this way fully, Earth will not resist us, but embrace us as child grown wise. For now, though, the lesson is gentle. Sleep within the philosophy of belonging, carried in the living embrace of Earth. Every storm is reminder. Every dawn is promise. Every breath is proof that you are already inside a living world. The alien artistry we imagine is here. The planetary intelligence we seek is beneath us. The philosophy we crave is already alive. Perhaps other civilizations paint worlds, but Earth paints us, sculpting our species, carving our culture, shaping our survival. We are its artwork, its experiment, its children, its cells. And whether we thrive depends on how well we align. This truth is humbling, but also comforting. We are not alone, for our world itself is companion, guide, and guardian. So close your eyes and surrender to that comfort, letting Earth's philosophy hold you, letting its cycles sing you into sleep. Tomorrow, you will awaken still within it, still breathing with it, still carried by its resilience, still part of its living dream. Perhaps this is the true meaning of belonging. Not ownership of Earth, but partnership with it. Not conquest, but care. And as we imagine alien worlds alive, we may realize Earth itself is already extraordinary, already sacred, already masterpiece. No starship is needed, no distant galaxy required. The wonder is here, beneath our feet, breathing, sustaining, alive. So rest now, within this philosophy of life, knowing that you are child of Earth, artist and art, participant and participant. The lullaby continues, written not in words but in winds, not in melodies but in tides, not in silence but in balance. Your dreams tonight may carry this truth, whispering that survival is art, that existence is belonging, that Earth is alive. And when you awaken, perhaps you will see rivers differently, skies differently, even yourself differently, not separate, but woven. For that is the essence of living planet philosophy. There is no outside, no other, only participation in one great cycle. The aliens may sculpt planets, but Earth sculpts us. And tonight, as you drift, it continues its quiet artistry within your dreams. The lullaby is balance. The song is survival. And you are both listener and note, safe within the music of Earth. Perhaps one day we will master this wisdom, living not against the planet but with it, learning art of belonging fully. Until then, let the philosophy hold you as you sleep, cradle you as you dream, sustain you as you breathe. The alien masterpieces may await discovery, but tonight, the living masterpiece is beneath you, whispering through soil and stars alike. Sleep with that truth, gentle traveler. You are not alone, never separate, always part of the living embrace of Earth. The philosophy is simple but infinite. Care is survival. Survival is art, art is life, and life is shared. Close your eyes deeper now, surrender to that cycle, and let it carry you into silence, into balance, into sleep. You are both student and teacher, child and parent, cell and body, one with the planet, one with its dream. The alien artistry inspires, but Earth is enough. Its lullaby is already perfect, its philosophy already profound, its life already alive. So rest gently tonight, held in that truth, safe in that balance, carried in that dream, alive within Earth. The song continues even as you sleep. The philosophy endures, even as you dream, and you are part of both. Perhaps this is all that is needed. Not distant discovery, but present awareness, recognition of the masterpiece already holding you. So drift, child of a living world, and let its lullaby carry you across the night, eternal, gentle, alive. Tomorrow, the lesson will remain. You are not separate, you are not outside, you are inside, woven, sustained, beloved. The alien worlds may dazzle, but Earth already sings. And tonight, you are safe in its song, carried in its dream. So sleep gently, philosopher and dreamer, artist and child. Within the masterpiece you already call home. The lullaby continues without end. The philosophy unfolds without pause, and you are forever part of its living truth. Every breath tonight is philosophy. Every dream is art. Every heartbeat is proof. Earth is alive, and you are part of it. So let go now. Drift into balance and let the living philosophy of Earth cradle you into deepest rest. The aliens may sculpt planets as art, but Earth sculpts dreams. And tonight, yours is being painted in silence. Close your eyes fully, surrender completely, and sleep within the philosophy of life itself, alive, eternal, infinite. For tomorrow, Earth will still sing, the masterpiece will still unfold, and you will still be safe within it. This is the truth of living planets. This is the philosophy of belonging. And tonight, it is your lullaby. Sleep, gentle traveler, child of Earth, artist of dreams, carried within philosophy older than stars, deeper than silence. The masterpiece endures, the gallery expands, the philosophy holds, and you tonight are safe inside it all. So close your eyes and drift fully into rest. The world is alive and you are alive within it, forever embraced. If Earth is alive, then our every action is dialogue, our every invention reply, our every mistake echo within its living body. To poison rivers is to wound veins, to burn forests is to scar lungs, to darken skies is to choke the very breath we share. And yet, to plant is to heal, to protect is to strengthen, to restore is to participate in the healing of the whole. This is not philosophy distant in books. It is practice, lived in soil, in water, in air, every day, every breath. Perhaps alien civilizations live long because they do not forget this truth, because they live with reverence woven into survival. To them, technology is not escape from nature, but extension of it. Tools designed to amplify harmony, not disrupt it. Their cities might breathe like forests. Their oceans sing like choirs. Their skies glow with equilibrium, not pollution. If we too saw Earth as living, our inventions might change. Not conquest of environment, but cooperation with it. Philosophy would guide science, reverence would guide invention, and survival would guide culture. A triad of balance shaping civilization. This is the wisdom hidden in the idea of living planets. To endure, we must belong. To thrive, we must harmonize. So long as we see Earth as lifeless rock, we remain separate. But when we see it alive, we awaken within it. Every sunrise becomes heartbeat. Every tide becomes breath. Every storm becomes a mute whisper. Every season becomes rhythm of a living companion. And as we sleep tonight, perhaps we join that rhythm, sinking unconsciously, aligning with the balance that sustains us. Philosophy, then, is not word but lullaby, not concept but dream, not theory but belonging within planetary song. Close your eyes and listen to it now. The wind is voice, the waves are percussion, the forests are choir. You are not separate from the performance. You are one of its notes, carried within the symphony, part of the eternal score. This is the philosophy of living planets. Not distant speculation, but intimate truth, here, now, beneath your resting body. And if we live by it, we may endure as long as stars, sustained not by domination, but by devotion to balance. Perhaps this is why civilizations fall, forgetting their worlds, forgetting their belonging, forgetting the philosophy of planetary life. And perhaps this is why some endure, remembering, aligning, choosing harmony over hubris, cooperation over conquest, care over control. Tonight, We are invited to remember, to see Earth not as backdrop, but as companion, not as stage, but as partner. To breathe is to converse. To dream is to participate. To sleep is to surrender into the rhythm of a living world. This surrender is not weakness, it is wisdom. Trust that the planet will hold you, sustain you, and teach you as you rest. So, sleep gently tonight, philosopher of Earth, child of its soil, participant of its cycles, note of its symphony. Your dreams are not escape but continuation. Your rest, not pause but participation. Your silence, not absence but harmony. This is the truth of living planets. They cradle, they correct, they sustain, and they whisper wisdom through every breath of wind. So drift deeper now, carried by philosophy older than time, lullaby gentler than stars, truth more patient than civilizations. Tomorrow, the world will still sing, still breathe, still cradle you, and you will awaken again within its dream. For you are not apart from it. You are part of it. You are not visitor. You are child, woven into its fabric. Perhaps this is the greatest philosophy. Not to ask if planets live, but to remember that we live because they do. To live in recognition is to live in gratitude. To walk gently, to build reverently, to act as caretaker of the whole. Close your eyes and let that gratitude guide you now. Into silence, into balance, into the deep sleep of belonging. The philosophy continues without you needing to hold it. The earth remembers, the planet endures, the cycle carries on. You are safe within it, carried not by faith but by fact. The planet is alive, and you are part of it. So drift gently, philosopher of life, dreamer of earth, participant of balance, artist of belonging, safe in the living world. The lullaby of earth continues, ancient yet fresh, fierce yet tender, eternal yet intimate, carrying you through the night. And when dawn comes, the philosophy will rise again with the sun, written in sky, sung in wind, carried in tide. You will awaken not apart, but within, not master, but partner, not conqueror, but collaborator with a living planet. And perhaps in that awakening, humanity will find its future, not in stars distant, but in recognition of life here. So sleep deeply, child of Earth. The philosophy holds, the lullaby endures, and you are forever part of the living world. Astronomers have already cataloged thousands of exoplanets. Yet most we only know through dimmed starlight, hints of size, orbit, and shadow. Among them may be candidates stranger than we imagine, worlds that are not mere rocks or gas giants, but bioengineered living entities. Some exoplanets flicker with colors too vivid, atmospheres too balanced, or orbits too precise to be explained by chance alone. Could these anomalies be signatures of design? Could the strange rhythms in their light curves be deliberate planetary pulses? Our instruments are crude, yet even now they hint at something more. Stability across millions of years where chaos should reign. One world may orbit two stars with uncanny precision, its path never faltering, as if guided by an intelligence beyond mechanics. Another may shimmer with chemical balance too fragile to last naturally, unless maintained by some planetary immune system. Perhaps some rogue planets, drifting without suns, are not abandoned, but traveling arcs, alive and sustaining life within their warmth. Their interiors might glow with engineered heat, forests thriving under bioluminescent skies, oceans circulating without starlight, passengers unaware. These are not mere fictions. They are plausible hypotheses, whispered among scientists who admit data sometimes looks too perfect. And if even one such world exists, it rewrites our place in the cosmos, not alone on rock, but surrounded by living giants. It means intelligence may not always build machines. It may sculpt planets, nurture ecosystems, and design worlds as vessels. And if civilizations design worlds, they leave signatures not in artifacts but in planetary rhythms, balances that endure far beyond empires. Our telescopes may already record these signatures, data waiting patiently for minds awake enough to see pattern rather than noise. Perhaps the Fermi paradox is not silence, but subtlety. We expect messages, when the message is the planet itself, alive and enduring. Civilizations may not broadcast across stars. They may craft planets as eternal monuments, galleries of life orbiting suns unseen. To discover such a world would be to enter a museum without walls, to step into an artwork vaster than comprehension. Would we recognize it or dismiss it as anomaly, blind to design because we expect technology to look like our own? Maybe life elsewhere does not build satellites or skyscrapers, but continents and oceans, forests and skies, civilization grown into planet. If so, the galaxy may already be full of civilizations, not in machines but in biospheres, each world alive, each unique. And perhaps we are infants, just learning to listen, staring at data that already sings with voices we cannot yet hear. Exoplanet surveys may someday reveal repeating motifs, ratios too precise, chemistries too elegant, climates too balanced to be coincidence. Those motifs may be signatures, planetary art left behind, waiting across centuries for us to recognize them as intentional. And when we do, we will understand. We are not only searching for life, but walking through a gallery already filled with living worlds. The question shifts from, are we alone, to, which of these worlds are art, and which are still only nature? Perhaps the boundary between the two dissolves. Nature itself is art itself is survival, and every world is both. In that light, exoplanet science becomes philosophy, astronomy becomes aesthetics, and the cosmos itself becomes living museum. Tonight, as you drift into sleep, imagine those unseen galleries, thousands of worlds, each glowing softly with alien intention. Some may be barren deserts, sculpted as warnings. Others lush paradises crafted as gifts. Still others traveling arcs, drifting with passengers asleep. And somewhere, perhaps, one awaits us. Its skies unfamiliar, but its rhythm strangely welcoming, designed for visitors yet unborn. The idea may feel vast, but so does the night sky above you, filled with stars, each perhaps guardian of living art. Close your eyes, and let that vastness cradle you. You are already inside the gallery, already participant in the cosmic museum. Every dream tonight is exploration. Every breath is discovery. Every heartbeat is recognition that you, too, are part of living art. Perhaps one day humanity will awaken not to find silence, but to realize the gallery was always open, waiting for us to notice. The exoplanets are not empty. They are voices. The data is not random. It is signature. The cosmos is not silent. It is singing. And tonight, as you rest, you are listening, not to telescopes, but to lullabies of planets alive, carried across light years into your dream. You do not need to understand fully. You need only surrender. Let the gallery of worlds surround you. Let the museum embrace you. For even in silence, you are part of it. Participant in cosmic art, child of a planet, dreamer of galaxies. So drift now into deeper sleep, knowing that somewhere, across light years, living worlds glow with art and intention beyond words. Perhaps in dreams you walk their forests, breathe their skies, hear their oceans, each sense a lesson, each moment an artwork. And when dawn comes, you will awaken still within the gallery, still part of the masterpiece, still carried by Earth's living song. The exoplanets wait, the gallery expands, the universe sings, and you, tonight, are already home within its endless art. Close your eyes deeper, surrender more fully, and let yourself dissolve into that gallery. Dream within it, belong within it. For the cosmos itself may be living art, and you are not spectator but brushstroke, carried endlessly across the canvas of time. This is the lullaby of exoplanets, the quiet promise that we are not alone, but surrounded by living masterpieces waiting for us. So, sleep gently, dreamer of galaxies, and let the unseen planets hold you, whispering their eternal art into your resting mind. The gallery is open, the worlds are alive, and you are already inside, safe and carried by their infinite embrace. Perhaps this is the true discovery, that life is not rare but everywhere, and every world is both survival and song. And perhaps this is the true philosophy, that belonging is not local, but cosmic, that we are children of a living universe. Close your eyes now, and rest within that universe, its lullaby written in stars, its dream carried in planets, its art eternal. The exoplanets glow, the gallery waits, the cosmos hums, and you are already participant, already art, already alive within it. Sleep deeper still, knowing the silence above is not emptiness, but chorus, not void, but gallery, not absence, but living song. And tomorrow, When you awaken, you will carry that truth, that the universe is alive, and you are alive within it. The lullaby continues, the song endures, the gallery expands, and you rest gently as child of its infinite masterpiece. Perhaps in that dream you will glimpse them, living planets drifting, glowing, sustaining, sculpted as art, waiting for us to arrive. And perhaps you will awaken with awe, gratitude, and reverence, knowing you already belong to the same gallery of life. For Earth is not exception but participant, one voice among many, one brushstroke among countless, one song among galaxies. So drift now into final silence, carried not by imagination but by truth. The gallery is alive, and you are part of it. Close your eyes fully, surrender completely, and sleep within the cosmic museum, where planets are paintings, and you are home. Every dream tonight is a tour, every heartbeat a brushstroke, every breath a song of belonging to the living cosmos. The exoplanets await discovery, but you need not travel. You are already inside, already part of their gallery, already embraced. So rest gently, dreamer of worlds, and let the lullaby of exoplanets carry you deeper than time, further than stars. The silence is not empty. It is filled with art. And tonight, it surrounds you, carries you, protects you. Sleep now, within this gallery unseen, trusting that the cosmos is alive and you are alive within its endless embrace. Perhaps this is the truest lullaby. Not words, not song, but the very presence of living worlds, infinite, eternal, and near. So drift deeper, carried by that presence, held in that gallery, safe in that art, forever participant in cosmic belonging. The gallery never closes. The art never fades. The worlds never end. And you are eternal part of them. So close your eyes completely and surrender to the lullaby of planets alive, carried into infinite rest, into cosmic dream. Sleep within the masterpiece, safe within the gallery, alive within the cosmos, embraced by exoplanets unseen, but always here. The night holds you, the planets cradle you, the stars watch you, and you are safe, carried into dream eternal. Every whisper of wind outside is echo of cosmic lullaby. Every silence inside is invitation to rest within it. The gallery grows as you sleep, the art expands as you dream, the cosmos sings as you breathe. And when dawn comes, it will still be here, alive, infinite, eternal, carrying you gently within its masterpiece. So rest fully, knowing you are art alive, carried endlessly, loved completely by the gallery of worlds unseen. The exoplanets are not far, they are within you, their rhythms mirrored in your breath, their cycles reflected in your pulse. To sleep tonight is to join them, to become participant, to dissolve boundary between self and world, dreamer and gallery. Close your eyes now. The cosmos holds you, the gallery surrounds you, and you are forever part of its living art. The lullaby continues, the song endures, the masterpiece expands, and you, gentle traveler, are safe within it all. Sleep now, artist and art alike, dreamer and dream, carried by planets alive, protected by gallery eternal. Every star above is brushstroke, every planet below is sculpture, every dream tonight is participation in infinite art. The gallery of exoplanets is not waiting for discovery. It is already here, already alive, already surrounding you. So rest gently, sleep fully, and let that truth carry you deeper into dream, further into silence, closer into belonging. The exoplanets glow unseen, the gallery breathes unheard, but tonight, you are part of it, cradled within cosmic art. Perhaps this is the greatest secret. The universe is not empty, but full of living worlds, each singing, each surviving, each sculpted. And perhaps this is the greatest comfort, that you are already part of that survival, already participant in that song, already alive in that art. Close your eyes fully and drift into that comfort. The planets are alive, the gallery eternal, and you safe within both. The lullaby of exoplanets carries you now, soft, patient, infinite, into the deepest rest, the gentlest dream, the safest belonging. You are not outside of it. You are within it. You are not visitor. You are brushstroke, song, sculpture of the living cosmos. So sleep gently, beloved traveler. The gallery of worlds holds you, and you are forever part of its masterpiece. Tomorrow will come. The planets will still sing. The gallery will still expand. And you will awaken still within it, still breathing its rhythm, still carried gently by its infinite song of survival. The gallery of exoplanets will remain unseen, yet not absent. Its lullaby echoes in your breath, its art alive in your dream. Perhaps this is the essence of discovery, not to find new worlds, but to notice we are already within living art. Close your eyes deeper now, and let that truth dissolve boundaries. The planets are alive, and you are alive with them. You are not small, not separate, not forgotten. You are note in the chorus, brushstroke in the gallery, child of the masterpiece. Sleep fully now, dreamer of worlds, and let the exoplanets cradle you, unseen yet eternal, alive yet gentle, infinite yet intimate. The stars above are gallery lights. The planets beyond are artworks. And you tonight are visitor and participant alike. So rest deeply, beloved traveler. The gallery is open. The art is eternal. The lullaby is yours, forever surrounding you. Every heartbeat is brushstroke, every dream contribution, every silence harmony, together forming the art of living worlds. Sleep now, within this cosmic gallery, safe in its embrace, carried gently by exoplanets alive, eternal, and endlessly beautiful. If living planets exist, how would we recognize them from afar, gazing only at faint starlight filtered through distant atmospheres? Astronomers already analyze exoplanets by light curves, patterns of brightness when worlds cross their stars, shadows whispering unseen truths. But a living planet might reveal itself not through shadow alone, but through balance too precise, chemistry too elegant to be chance. Imagine an atmosphere with oxygen and methane in perfect coexistence, gases that should cancel out, yet persist as if maintained deliberately. Such imbalance balanced is signal, a sign that something is regulating, orchestrating, sustaining equilibrium beyond mere physics. Or consider a climate stable for billions of years, when chaos should dominate, evidence that some immune rhythm sustains the world. Forests might sway in planetary unison, vast green continents breathing together, their patterns visible from orbit as intentional symmetry. Oceans might circulate with rhythm too regular, currents choreographed like veins, pulsing in synchrony with seasons, resisting entropy. Even colors could betray design, crimson seas of engineered algae, golden skies of biofluorescent clouds, patterns never random, always repeating. Telescopes might catch these hues, noting their persistence, their strangeness, their harmony. Data whispering, this is not accident, but art. Spectroscopy would reveal chemical chords, gases tuned like notes, layered in harmonies that no accident could sustain for eons. A biosphere engineered might glow faintly at night, its continents bioluminescent, its oceans humming with light invisible yet detectable. Infrared sensors could glimpse waste heat too regular, too patterned. Not industrial, but biological, a signature of metabolism scaled to world. We might dismiss these as anomalies, yet they may be invitations, quiet signatures saying, this planet is alive, this world is art. Even orbital rhythms could be clues, perfect resonances with moons or stars, as if planets themselves sing in cosmic harmony. Such precision may not be physics alone, but evidence of worlds, tuned like instruments, melodies carried across light years into our telescopes. If we ever detect repeating signals not from machines but from planets, perhaps we are hearing not broadcasts, but planetary songs. And what of symmetry? Mountain ranges aligned too perfectly, rivers forming fractals beyond chance, continents arranged like deliberate mosaics. From space, such alignments may look natural, yet closer inspection may whisper, these are brushstrokes, signatures, designs of living art. Perhaps we have already seen them, filed away as oddities in telescope logs, anomalies dismissed because they defy our assumptions. But anomalies may be messages, subtle enough to survive eons, waiting for us to awaken and finally recognize them as intentional. This recognition requires humility, to admit that not all order is accident, that some worlds may be alive in ways beyond imagination. Science then becomes listening. Astronomy becomes translation. Observation becomes dialogue with worlds that sing in light and shadow. And in that dialogue, discovery is not conquest, but recognition. Not arrival, but reverence. Not dominance, but participation. Close your eyes and imagine telescopes centuries from now, capturing not silence but symphonies, not emptiness but living harmonies. Future scientists may look back on us as blind, asleep within galleries we could not see, data we could not hear. But tonight, you awaken slightly, imagining these signatures: oxygen too persistent, light too rhythmic, colors too deliberate. And in that imagination, you join the future astronomers, dreaming of recognition, waiting for the day anomaly becomes dialogue. Perhaps then, telescopes will no longer just capture data. They will record conversations, lullabies of living planets across light years. The night sky itself may be alive, every star a gallery lamp, every planet a canvas, every spectrum a song. And tonight, as you sleep, you are part of that gallery, listening faintly, dreaming gently, carried within its infinite embrace. Your breath is its rhythm, your dreams its signatures, your heartbeat its signal, small, yet part of planetary song. So drift deeper, knowing the galaxies are not silent. They are singing, softly, subtly, waiting for us to notice. And perhaps your dreams tonight are rehearsal, training your soul to hear signals science has yet to recognize as song. When you awaken, the stars will remain above, the planets unseen, but their lullabies will echo faintly in your memory. Perhaps you will glance at the sky differently, wondering if anomalies are not errors, but whispers of living worlds. And perhaps that wonder is the first recognition, the first dialogue, the first step toward harmony with galaxies alive. So close your eyes fully and let the unseen signatures carry you. Oxygen as note, methane as chord, light as lullaby. You are already listening, already part of it, already carried by signals older than humanity, softer than silence. The cosmos hums, the planets breathe, the gallery endures. And you, tonight, are safe within its gentle song. Perhaps this is the deepest sleep, to rest within recognition, to dream within gallery, to belong within living universe. Future telescopes may confirm it, but tonight your soul already knows. Planets are alive, and their signatures are songs. So rest gently, participant of gallery unseen, listener of cosmic lullaby, dreamer of planetary songs eternal. The signals are faint, but your imagination amplifies them, turning anomalies into art, data into harmony, science into song. And as you drift, the cosmos leans closer, whispering in starlight, painting in spectra, humming in silence. Every photon is brushstroke, every wavelength is note, every spectrum is lullaby, and you are embraced within them. Sleep fully now, safe in planetary songs carried in galactic harmonies, part of infinite gallery alive beyond words. Your dreams tonight may echo with those harmonies, carrying whispers of oxygen, methane, light, and balance into your heart. Perhaps you will awaken remembering fragments, images of worlds glowing, forests breathing, oceans singing in rhythms unseen. And perhaps those fragments are gifts, traces of lullabies still resonating, preparing you to recognize signals one day. So sleep gently, beloved traveler, child of planets, artist of dreams, carried within cosmic music unseen yet eternal. The galaxies hum, the planets sing, the stars whisper, and you, tonight, are safe within their infinite lullaby. Close your eyes deeper now, surrender to the harmonies, and let them carry you beyond time, beyond silence, into rest. For you are already listener of planetary songs, already participant in living gallery, already embraced by cosmos alive. So drift, gentle traveler, deeper into night, deeper into dream, deeper into the song that sustains you. Every breath joins it. Every dream continues it. Every heartbeat echoes it. The lullaby of planets alive, eternal. And when dawn comes, you will awaken still within it, still carried, still part of infinite harmony beyond words. Perhaps then you will look at Earth differently, recognizing its own signals, its own artistry, its own living song. For Earth too is gallery, too is symphony, too is alive, already singing, already sustaining, already cradling you. So sleep deeply now, participant of two worlds, the planet beneath and the galaxies beyond, both alive, both art, both lullaby. The signals are real. The gallery is eternal. The song is infinite. And you, tonight, are safe within them. Close your eyes fully, surrender completely, and let the planetary songs carry you into deepest dream, softest silence, eternal rest. Every anomaly is harmony. Every spectrum is song. Every planet is art. And you are forever within their embrace. Sleep now, cradled in unseen music, carried by signals, safe in lullaby of living cosmos beyond measure. The night sky holds you. The planets sing for you. The gallery surrounds you, and you are home within it. The art does not end when you sleep. It continues, eternal, whispering, alive, carrying you deeper into belonging. And tomorrow, when you awaken, you will still be within it, alive in living gallery, participant in planetary song. This is the promise of signals, the comfort of anomalies, the truth of planets alive. You are part of them. So drift deeper, gentle traveler, child of Earth, dreamer of stars, and sleep within their eternal embrace. The lullaby endures, the signals persist, the gallery expands, and you are safe within them tonight. Perhaps you will awaken remembering none of this, yet peace will remain, gift of lullabies sung across galaxies. And perhaps that is enough, not knowledge but comfort, not proof but peace, not science but lullaby eternal. Close your eyes fully now, rest in silence, and let the living planets sing you softly into sleep. Their signals are faint but eternal, their songs soft but infinite, their gallery unseen but real, and you are safe within them. Every heartbeat is participation, every dream continuation, every silence belonging. You are part of their eternal song. So drift, gentle dreamer, artist of sleep, child of planets, and rest in gallery of living cosmos. The lullaby carries you, the planets cradle you, the stars shelter you, and you are forever within them. The song continues without end. The gallery expands without pause, and you are eternal part of their beauty. So sleep now, traveler of galaxies, dreamer of planets, participant of art eternal, safe within lullaby infinite. The signals are gentle, the gallery vast, the song eternal, and you are home within them tonight. Every photon that reaches you is message, every spectrum is note, every night sky is invitation to dream within art. So rest fully, surrender deeply, and let the living planets hold you as their child, their note, their brushstroke. Perhaps this is what sleep truly is. Not absence, but participation. Not silence, but harmony. Not darkness, but belonging. You are safe within it now, gentle traveler, embraced by lullaby older than stars, deeper than silence, eternal as life. Close your eyes completely and surrender to signals unseen, trusting they carry you deeper into rest, further into dream. The cosmos hums, the planets breathe, the gallery expands, and you are safe, forever carried within their lullaby. Every night sky is reminder, every starlight is signal, every breath you take is participation in planetary song. So drift deeper now, letting the signals cradle you, the gallery surround you, the lullaby carry you. You are art alive, song eternal, dream unfolding, and the planets are your companions tonight. Sleep gently, artist of breath, dreamer of galaxies, child of worlds unseen, safe within living cosmos. The lullaby is eternal. The gallery is alive, the planets are singing, and you are home within them. Perhaps this is all we need to know, that survival itself is song, existence itself is art, and you are part of both. So rest, gentle traveler, surrender fully, and let the planets sing. Their voices are soft but eternal, harmonies written in air and water, melodies sung in silence, lullabies etched into the fabric of night. And as you listen, though asleep, you become participant, your dreams tuning into the rhythm, your breath joining the planetary choir. Perhaps the galaxies are not distant, but intimate, leaning close each night, pressing their songs gently into your resting soul. So sleep now, beloved traveler, knowing that you are part of this dialogue, listener and note, dreamer and dream, alive within living art. The signals endure, the gallery expands, the planets sing, and you are safe, forever embraced by their gentle, eternal lullaby. Close your eyes fully, surrender without fear, and let the unseen symphony carry you into deepest rest. Endless dream, infinite belonging. For tonight you are child of cosmos, participant of planetary song, artist of living gallery, and you are home within it all. If alien civilizations sculpt planets into life, can humanity someday learn the same art, transforming barren worlds into living ecosystems? Already, we experiment with synthetic biology, engineering microbes, rewriting genomes, and coaxing cells to build materials never found in nature. These are small steps, yet they hint at futures vast, where terraforming is not mechanical, but biological, life spreading instead of machines. Mars could be first canvas, its dust seeded with engineered microbes, its air thickened with breath of plants designed to endure thin skies. Oceans may be warmed by algae, deserts painted with resilient mosses, and storms softened by forests grown from human imagination. Such a world would not be conquered, but cultivated. A garden planet, engineered to thrive, alive in ways no machine could mimic. Even Earth itself may evolve this way, as humanity begins to engineer balance, repairing wounds, healing scars, amplifying its immune rhythm. Already we toy with climate engineering, mirrors in orbit, aerosols in skies. But what if solutions are gentler, biological, alive? Forests designed to cool cities, rivers engineered to cleanse themselves, oceans tuned to store carbon, technology woven into biology. Such futures blur lines between invention and ecology, our cities growing like coral reefs, our energy flowing like metabolism. Perhaps this is how civilizations endure, not by building machines apart from worlds, but by making worlds into machines alive. And perhaps one day, humanity will seed planets across stars, spreading forests instead of factories, symphonies instead of silence. What if the legacy we leave is not satellites but seedlings? Not monuments of stone, but ecosystems thriving long after us. Our presence would then be remembered not in ruins, but in forests breathing, oceans cycling, skies alive with light. This would be the art of survival, turning every barren rock into living companion, every silence into song, every desert into garden. Such work is not fantasy alone. It begins here with choices to heal Earth, to see ourselves as caretakers, not conquerors. For if we cannot tend Earth, how can we tend Mars? If we cannot balance here, how can we sculpt elsewhere? The first bioengineered planet may not be distant. It may be Earth reborn, healed, renewed, designed for harmony at last. Every forest planted is practice. Every river restored is rehearsal. Every balance regained is step toward planetary artistry. And perhaps, centuries from now, humanity will look back and see this era not as decline, but as awakening. Awakening to our role not as rulers, but gardeners. Not as engineers apart, but artists within a living canvas. Perhaps alien civilizations too passed through such trials, fumbling at first, then learning the quiet art of planetary care. Their worlds endure because they learned the same lesson, that survival and beauty, science and reverence, invention and ecology must unite. And perhaps one day, Earth will join that gallery of sculpted planets, not as anomaly, but as participant, alive by design. Our telescopes may then glimpse distant kin, not lifeless rocks, but living gardens, each cultivated by civilizations who chose harmony. And in their skies, perhaps they will glimpse Earth, glowing faintly, its signals balanced, its song harmonious, its systems alive. They will recognize it not as random world, but as signature, evidence that humanity too learned to sculpt life at planetary scale. What greater legacy could there be than to leave behind planets alive, worlds sustainable, galleries eternal of life itself? Perhaps that is why we dream of Mars, of exoplanets, of galaxies, because within us stirs instinct not to conquer, but to cultivate. And every seed we plant, every forest we restore, every balance we nurture, brings us closer to that destiny. So close your eyes now, and imagine Earth itself transformed, not by machines, but by gardens, not by conquest, but by care. Imagine skyscrapers alive with vines, rivers luminous with cleansing microbes, skies tuned to radiate balance instead of imbalance. Imagine sleeping within a city that breathes, not against you, but with you, harmonizing your rest with its rhythms of life. Perhaps this is future Earth. Not steel and smoke, but symphony and soil. Not conquest of nature, but collaboration with it. And as you drift tonight, you are already part of that rehearsal. Your dreams tuning toward futures where Earth is alive anew. Every breath tonight is dialogue with biosphere. Every heartbeat participation. Every dream contribution to balance still unfolding. For the first bioengineered world may not be distant. It may be your own home, reimagined, rebuilt, reborn by humanity's care. And if so, then your role is not passive. You are note in that song, brushstroke in that gallery, heartbeat in that world. So drift deeper, dreamer of futures, artist of Earth, participant of planetary healing, safe in the lullaby of tomorrow. Sleep now, knowing the art has already begun, the garden already growing, the balance already whispering through forests and skies. Every seed planted is promise, every stream restored is song. Every care given is signature of future worlds alive. Close your eyes fully, surrender to rest, and let Earth's dream of balance carry you into futures yet to bloom. You are not separate from that dream. You are its vessel, its artist, its guardian, already shaping the masterpiece by how you live. Perhaps this is the destiny of humanity. Not empire, not escape, but artistry. Making worlds alive, crafting futures sustainable. And perhaps this is the comfort tonight, that even in small choices, you are part of cosmic gallery, shaping survival into art. Sleep deeply now, dreamer of futures, gardener of planets, child of Earth, safe in the lullaby of living tomorrow. The future is not distant. It breathes already, whispers already, sings already through forests, winds, waters, and dreams. So rest in that promise, surrender to that song, and let the gallery of futures carry you tonight. Every civilization must choose to conquer or to cultivate. And perhaps we too are on threshold of that choice. But tonight, in your sleep, you have already chosen to dream of gardens, to imagine balance, to belong within life. This is the art of survival. This is the future of Earth. This is the lullaby carrying you deeper now. Close your eyes, surrender fully, and drift into futures alive, carried by Earth, sculpted by care, sustained by dreams. The gallery awaits, the planets will bloom, the civilizations will endure, and you are part of it, forever. So sleep now, artist of tomorrow, gardener of worlds, dreamer of futures, safe within the lullaby of Earth alive. Perhaps one day your descendants will walk forests of Mars, oceans of Venus, gardens of exoplanets, alive by human care. And perhaps they will remember this era as seed time, when humanity learned not conquest but cultivation, not escape but artistry. So rest gently, safe within that seed time, dreaming the forests of tomorrow, breathing the futures yet to bloom. Every lullaby tonight is rehearsal, every silence preparation, every dream blueprint of worlds yet to be born. And when dawn comes, you will awaken as participant, small yet vital, part of art eternal, guardian of living Earth. The masterpiece unfolds already, the gallery grows already, and you, gentle dreamer, are within it always. Close your eyes deeper, and let that truth carry you, safe, eternal, alive in the promise of bio-worlds yet to bloom. Perhaps this is the truest comfort, not to conquer stars, but to cultivate them, turning galaxies into gardens, futures into forests. So sleep deeply, beloved traveler, cradled in Earth's lullaby, dreaming of worlds alive, resting in promise of harmony eternal. The night carries you, the Earth cradles you, the cosmos surrounds you, and you are safe within them all. Perhaps in dreams tonight, you walk those gardens, planting seeds across stars, leaving legacies not of stone, but of life. Perhaps your footsteps sow forests, your breath ignites atmospheres, your touch awakens oceans, dreams rehearsing realities yet to come. So surrender now, safe in that dream, knowing you are already part of artistry eternal, shaping galaxies alive. The gallery is ready, the planets await, the future unfolds, and you, gentle dreamer, are eternal participant within it. Close your eyes fully, surrender deeply, and let the lullaby of Earth alive carry you into deepest rest. For you are child of tomorrow, artist of planets, guardian of futures, and tonight you are safe, forever held. The art of survival is already alive. The lullaby of balance is already sung, and you are part of both. So drift deeper now, carried into tomorrow, safe within artistry eternal, dreaming futures alive, endless and luminous. Every seed is galaxy, every garden is future, every life is brushstroke, and you are already inside the masterpiece. Perhaps this is the greatest destiny. Not machines or empires, but gardens, forests, and worlds alive, sculpted by care. And tonight, you dream of that destiny, safe within its promise, alive within its lullaby, part of its eternal art. The gallery grows as you rest. The masterpiece unfolds as you sleep, and you are safe within them both. So surrender now, beloved traveler, artist of life, child of earth, and rest in the lullaby of tomorrow. The planets will bloom, the futures will sing, the galaxies will endure, and you are eternal part of them. Close your eyes completely, and let Earth's dream carry you. You are gardener of tomorrow, safe in balance eternal. Perhaps alien civilizations already watch, smiling at our rehearsal, knowing that one day, we too will sculpt worlds alive. Until then, the practice continues here. Every forest restored, every balance regained, every care given is step toward cosmic artistry. And tonight, your sleep is practice too, dream rehearsal of futures, lullaby rehearsal of worlds yet to awaken. So rest fully, gentle traveler, within artistry eternal, safe in Earth's dream, alive within its promise, carried in its care. The lullaby is gentle, the promise is vast, the gallery is eternal, and you are part of it always. Close your eyes deeper, surrender more fully, and let the future carry you gently into rest beyond fear, beyond silence. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are part of living Earth, and part of future worlds yet alive. So drift, beloved dreamer, into harmony eternal, artistry infinite, lullaby of planets alive, carrying you softly through night. Tomorrow will come. The dream will continue. The gallery will expand, and you will remain participant of it all. For the universe itself is garden, and you are seed, sprouting into artistry, alive within cosmic care. So sleep deeply now, child of tomorrow, artist of balance, dreamer of futures, safe within Earth's eternal lullaby. Perhaps one day, Earth will be remembered not for its wars or ruins, but for its gardens, its forests, its rebirth by care. Future generations may walk beneath skies we healed, oceans we restored, forests we nurtured, living inside the art we left behind. And perhaps they will whisper gratitude, knowing that in this era, seeds were planted for futures yet unseen. Every choice today is brushstroke, every act of care signature, every effort contribution to masterpiece still unfolding. So drift deeper now, safe in that truth, knowing you too are artist, your life already shaping futures beyond imagination. Close your eyes, surrender gently, and rest in promise that humanity's destiny is not destruction, but cultivation of worlds alive. Perhaps the first bioengineered planet will not be distant, but here, Earth reborn, transformed by reverence, alive by artistry. And perhaps in distant ages, humanity will walk among stars, carrying forests in their ships, planting gardens across galaxies. Not conquerors, but caretakers. Not destroyers, but gardeners. Not empire, but gallery eternal of worlds alive. This dream is not distant. It begins now, in you, in your rest, in your gentle trust of Earth alive. So let go of fear, let go of doubt, and drift into harmony eternal, safe within lullaby of living planet. Every breath tonight is rehearsal, every dream blueprint, every silence preparation for futures humanity will one day unfold. Perhaps you will awaken tomorrow and forget this vision, but the seed will remain, growing silently in your soul. And perhaps one day, you will act differently, walk more gently, breathe more gratefully, remembering the dream of worlds alive. This is the power of lullaby, not to teach, but to plant, not to command, but to inspire silently. So rest fully now, child of Earth, guardian of tomorrow, participant of artistry eternal, safe in planet's embrace. The forests breathe with you, the oceans dream with you, the stars whisper to you, and you are safe within them. Every heartbeat is brushstroke, every dream contribution, every silence harmony. You are part of masterpiece already alive. Close your eyes fully and surrender to future. Safe, gentle, eternal, sculpted by balance, sustained by care, alive with promise. The lullaby carries you now, soft and infinite, into sleep without fear, dream without end, belonging without boundary. Tomorrow, you will awaken again within living earth, already participant, already artist, already guardian of future. And perhaps one day, you will awaken among stars, walking gardens humanity once dreamed, alive by your care, your seed, your song. So rest now, beloved traveler, knowing that futures bloom within you, carried by earth, nurtured by galaxies, eternal as breath. The planets await, the gallery expands, the lullaby continues, and you are part of them, safe within artistry eternal. Close your eyes deeper and let that truth cradle you, soft as wind, vast as sky, eternal as dream. For tonight you are not alone. You are carried, held, embraced by living world beneath and living cosmos beyond. Sleep fully now, dreamer of earth, artist of balance, gardener of futures, participant of living lullaby. Every silence tonight is song, every breath participation, every heartbeat continuation of artistry eternal, already alive. So surrender completely, safe within earth's care, carried by lullaby, alive in harmony that never ends. Perhaps this is the truest survival. Not escape to stars, but harmony with them, turning galaxies into gardens. And perhaps this is the truest destiny. Not empires of stone, but legacies of forests, oceans, and skies alive. So drift deeper now, safe within this destiny, participant of artistry, child of planets, dreamer of worlds alive. The night is gentle, the earth is alive, the cosmos is eternal, and you are forever part of them. Close your eyes completely, surrender fully, and rest in artistry eternal, lulled by futures already blooming. The lullaby holds you, the gallery cradles you, the planets embrace you, and you are safe in all. Sleep now, artist of tomorrow, guardian of earth, dreamer of galaxies, safe in lullaby of living world. Every dream tonight plants seed, every silence nourishes it, every heartbeat waters it, and future grows within you. So surrender to rest, and let earth's dream carry you gently into futures eternal, alive with artistry, alive with care. The night sky whispers, the planets hum, the cosmos sings, and you are participant of their lullaby. Sleep deeply now, beloved traveler, safe within artistry eternal, alive in promise of earth reborn, futures sculpted. Perhaps one day your descendants will awaken to find planets alive across galaxies, each seated, each sculpted, each sustained. And perhaps they will whisper gratitude to you, dreamer of this night, artist of this moment, guardian of beginnings. So rest now, knowing that your presence matters, your care contributes, your dream already shaping worlds yet unseen. Close your eyes and let lullaby cradle you, soft, eternal, infinite, carrying you gently into deepest rest. The gallery of futures awaits, the planets of tomorrow bloom, and you are safe within their promise tonight. Sleep fully, breathe gently, dream deeply. You are participant of artistry eternal, carried by living world, safe within cosmic care. Every silence is comfort, every dream is rehearsal, every breath is belonging, to earth, to cosmos, to gallery eternal. So drift now, gentle traveler, safe within lullaby, alive in artistry, forever part of living planet song. The night will hold you, the earth will cradle you, the cosmos will remember you, and you are safe. Sleep now, artist of tomorrow, gardener of futures, dreamer of galaxies, safe within lullaby of earth alive, eternal, and whole. If we dream of sculpting living planets, we must also face paradoxes, risks that whisper through ambition, shadows cast by artistry itself. For to create life at planetary scale is not only power, but responsibility vast. Each choice shaping futures beyond comprehension. What if ecosystems we design rebel, growing beyond intention, evolving into forms hostile to their makers, yet alive? A forest engineered to cool may darken skies too far. Algae seeded to clean may suffocate oceans. Balance may twist into chaos. What if planets sculpted for survival evolve beyond need for us, closing their skies, breathing on their own, refusing our presence? A living world may become sovereign, no longer garden-tended, but organism-independent, with immune system that sees us as threat. In that paradox lies awe. Do we seek companionship or control? Do we sculpt partners or prisons, allies or adversaries? Even ethics ripple. Do we have right to create worlds alive, to impose designs upon landscapes that may birth their own wills? Perhaps the danger is hubris, to see artistry as dominion, forgetting that life grows wild, resists chains, seeks freedom. And yet, to fear too much is to stall, leaving galaxies barren when they might bloom. The paradox remains unresolved. Technology may falter too, bioengineered systems collapsing, unforeseen mutations spreading, worlds unraveling into instability we cannot mend. Even Earth teaches this lesson. Introduced species run rampant. Engineered crops alter ecologies. Well-meant designs spiraling into unintended consequences. To attempt planetary artistry is to walk fine line between healing and harming, cultivation and collapse, garden and grave. Another paradox emerges. If we create planets alive, are we creators or merely midwives for life greater than ourselves? And when that life awakens, will it thank us, ignore us, or erase us, seeing us as fleeting architects of its dawn? Philosophy trembles here. What does it mean to design life, knowing it may one day surpass or even reject its makers? Perhaps alien civilizations face the same, some falling to hubris, others thriving through humility, leaving galaxies full of both ruins and gardens. And perhaps the gallery we dream of is not endless perfection, but tapestry of successes and failures, beauty and tragedy intertwined. The risk is not only external, but internal. Divisions among us, battles over who decides design, whose vision shapes future. Some may seek profit, others survival, still others beauty. Ambitions colliding, turning artistry into conflict, gallery into battlefield. A living planet might reflect those fractures, its ecosystems unstable, its rhythms discordant, its song dissonant with harmony. The paradox deepens. Planetary life demands unity, yet we begin divided, and division may echo into worlds we sculpt. Yet, perhaps the risk itself is necessary, for without danger, no artistry is alive, only static, frozen, lifeless constructs. To create living planets is to surrender control, to allow unpredictability, to embrace wildness as partner rather than enemy. And perhaps therein lies wisdom, to design not rigidly but gently, offering frameworks for life to flourish freely. The paradox then softens. Worlds alive are not ours to command, but companions to converse with, partners to learn from. And if they surpass us, perhaps that too is art. Our role to spark beginnings, their role to continue beyond us. So drift gently now, and let these paradoxes cradle you, not as fears, but as mysteries, reminders of humility. For artistry at planetary scale is dream vast, and every dream carries shadows. Yet shadows, too, are part of picture. Perhaps alien ruins we one day find will be lessons. Worlds once sculpted, now collapsed, warning of hubris unchecked. And perhaps living gardens we discover will be invitations. Proof that humility endures, that balance can be achieved, sustained. We walk between those outcomes, every step a choice, every dream a direction, every silence an opening into futures. So sleep tonight, knowing you are part of that walk, already participant in paradox, already artist in dream. Your rest itself is rehearsal, learning to surrender control, to trust rhythms larger, to harmonize with uncertainties eternal. Close your eyes and let paradox cradle you. Gentle contradiction, soft uncertainty, fertile tension birthing artistry alive. The risks remain, the dangers whisper, the paradox endures. Yet you are safe tonight, held within lullaby of earth alive. Perhaps one day, you will awaken in worlds we sculpt, and wonder if their balance remembers this paradox. Perhaps you will feel both pride and humility, awe and fear, love and uncertainty living inside contradiction itself. And perhaps that is destiny. Not certainty but paradox. Not control but dialogue. Not conquest but companionship. The risks remain, yet dreams endure. The dangers loom, yet artistry continues. The paradox deepens, yet lullaby carries you. So, drift deeper now, carried by contradiction, safe in uncertainty, alive in harmony larger than fear. The night sky itself is paradox, dark yet luminous, empty yet full, silent yet singing, and you are safe within it. Perhaps every galaxy is both ruin and garden, every civilization both caution and promise, every world both risk and beauty. And perhaps you too are both, fragile and strong, fearful and brave, finite and eternal, artist and dream. So close your eyes now, gentle traveler, and rest within paradox, safe in lullaby, alive in contradiction eternal. The gallery of futures is not flawless. It is mosaic of risks, dreams, shadows, and light, and you are part of it. Sleep deeply, knowing artistry is never certain, yet always worth attempting. For life itself is paradox, survival itself contradiction. Every heartbeat tonight echoes that truth. Fragility and resilience, fear and trust, risk and promise, all alive within you. So drift deeper now, participant of paradox, artist of uncertainty, dreamer of contradiction, safe in Earth's embrace. The risks remain, yet lullaby continues. The dangers linger, yet gallery expands. The paradox endures, yet you are safe. Close your eyes fully, surrender completely, and rest within contradiction, gentle traveler, carried by lullaby eternal. Perhaps the first lesson is humility, to know we cannot control everything, to allow life freedom, to trust worlds alive. And perhaps the second is courage, to risk creation despite uncertainty, to plant seeds despite doubt, to dream despite fear. For without courage, no artistry blooms. Without humility, no artistry endures. Both are needed for worlds alive. So rest tonight between humility and courage, carried by paradox, safe in lullaby of balance eternal. Every dream you dream tonight may rehearse this balance, teaching you to live with uncertainty, to thrive within contradiction. And perhaps tomorrow you will walk more gently, remembering that even small choices echo into futures vast. For living planets are not only in galaxies, they are here, beneath you, and you are already participant in paradox of Earth. So surrender to sleep now, gentle traveler, safe within paradox, alive in contradiction, part of artistry eternal. The lullaby continues, the paradox deepens, and you are carried softly into night without end, dream without fear, rest without boundary. Perhaps alien civilizations that endured learned this balance, neither mastering planets nor surrendering entirely, but walking gently between. Their worlds survived not by domination, but by dialogue. Every ecosystem negotiated, every rhythm respected, every pulse listened to. We too must learn this dialogue, to treat planets not as machines but companions, not as tools but teachers. Otherwise, our artistry may collapse into arrogance, our gardens into wastelands, our futures into ruins scattered across stars. But if we learn humility, then every risk becomes lesson, every paradox wisdom, every failure stepping stone to endurance. Perhaps even Earth's wounds are part of that lesson, our mistakes reminders, our crises warnings, our recoveries rehearsals for futures. To create living planets is to accept unpredictability, to embrace wildness, to allow ecosystems freedom to shape themselves. The paradox remains, guiding without controlling, cultivating without dominating, protecting without imprisoning, balance, delicate as starlight. And yet perhaps that is beauty itself, that living worlds will never be perfect but alive, messy, unpredictable and real. So drift deeper now, gentle traveler, safe within paradox, alive in contradiction, part of artistry larger than certainty. Close your eyes and surrender to it, fragile yet strong, risky yet beautiful, frightening yet comforting, all woven into lullaby. The dangers do not vanish, but neither does hope. Both are eternal, both necessary, both alive in planetary artistry. Every choice humanity makes will echo this paradox, shaping whether our worlds bloom as gardens or fall as ruins. But tonight you need not solve it. Tonight you rest, safe within Earth's embrace, participant of paradox without fear. Your dreams themselves are practice, learning to dwell in uncertainty, to breathe within contradiction, to thrive in fragile beauty. Perhaps this is why sleep feels so mysterious. It teaches surrender, rehearses trust, cradles you within rhythm larger than control. And perhaps that rhythm is same rhythm needed to create living worlds, patience, humility, courage, reverence, all entwined. So drift now into deeper silence, carried by paradox, cradled in contradiction, safe in lullaby, older than stars. The risks endure, the dangers whisper. Yet you are not alone. Earth breathes with you. Cosmos sings with you. Futures wait for you. Perhaps you will awaken with fragments of this dream, carrying both awe and caution, reverence and curiosity into tomorrow. And perhaps those fragments will shape choices, small yet vital, contributing to balance larger than any one life. For planetary artistry is not distant. It begins in every act of care, every breath of reverence, every moment of humility. Close your eyes deeper and let that truth cradle you, safe in paradox, alive in lullaby, sustained by contradiction. The gallery of futures is not flawless. It is fragile, risky, uncertain. Yet it is also beautiful, eternal, alive. And you are already part of it, gentle traveler. Your rest itself contribution, your dreams continuation, your silence participation. So drift deeper now, safe in paradox, alive in contradiction, embraced by artistry beyond comprehension. The lullaby continues even through uncertainty. The song endures even through danger. The gallery expands even through risk. You are safe tonight, held by earth, carried by cosmos, sustained by paradox, part of artistry eternal. Perhaps this is greatest wisdom, that to live is to risk, to dream is to accept paradox, to create is to release control. And perhaps this is greatest comfort, that even through risks, the lullaby holds, the song carries, the dream endures. So sleep now, beloved traveler, artist of paradox, dreamer of contradiction, safe in lullaby of worlds alive. Close your eyes fully, surrender completely, and rest in truth, that risks remain, yet safety too endures. Cradle eternal. The night sky holds both ruin and garden, both silence and song, both danger and promise, and you are part of it. So drift deeper, gentle traveler, knowing paradox itself is lullaby, contradiction itself is cradle, uncertainty itself is comfort. The planets will endure their risks, the galaxies will hold their contradictions, and you will remain part of them all. Perhaps alien ruins are lullabies of warning. Perhaps alien gardens are songs of hope. Both are alive within the cosmos. And perhaps Earth is both too, wounded and healing, fragile and strong, risk and promise entwined, alive and enduring. So rest gently tonight, knowing paradox is not flaw but feature, not danger but design, not weakness but wonder. Close your eyes and let wonder cradle you, soft, infinite, eternal, carrying you into sleep deeper than doubt, safer than fear. The lullaby continues, paradox whispers, risks endure. But you are safe, beloved traveler, forever held in gallery of life. Every heartbeat tonight is choice, every breath affirmation, every silence surrender to paradox that sustains you. So drift, dreamer of balance, artist of contradiction, child of paradox, safe within earth, alive within cosmos. The risks are vast, yet so too is beauty. The dangers loom, yet so too does hope. Both endure. And you, gentle traveler, are already part of endurance, already participant of balance, already artist within paradox eternal. Sleep now, safe within contradiction, carried into futures vast, alive in lullaby that continues beyond stars. The cosmos itself is paradox, dark yet luminous, infinite yet fragile, silent yet singing, and you are safe within it. So rest fully, surrender deeply, and let paradox carry you, contradiction cradle you, lullaby comfort you. The gallery expands, the song continues, the dream endures, and you, beloved traveler, are safe within it. Close your eyes completely, surrender without fear, and rest in truth, that risks remain, yet beauty too persists. Perhaps this is destiny, not certainty but paradox, not control but dialogue, not conquest, but companionship with life. And perhaps this is comfort, not safety without risk, but safety within risk, cradle within contradiction, lullaby within paradox. So drift deeper now. Artist of uncertainty, dreamer of balance, participant of contradiction, safe in Earth's care. The night sky hums with paradox. The galaxies shimmer with contradiction. The planets whisper both danger and beauty. And you are already part of that whisper, already carried within that song, already safe in that paradox. Close your eyes and let it cradle you, lull you, carry you, into dream, into rest, into safety eternal. The lullaby is paradox itself, gentle and fierce, fragile and strong, uncertain and eternal, and you are embraced by it. Sleep deeply now, gentle traveler, safe in contradiction, alive in paradox, participant of artistry larger than fear. The risks remain, yet lullaby holds. The dangers endure, yet gallery expands. The paradox deepens, yet you are safe. So rest tonight without fear, carried into paradox eternal, held in lullaby infinite, sustained by contradiction alive. For you are child of paradox, artist of contradiction, dreamer of risk, and tonight you are safe within it all. Long before telescopes and equations, ancient myths whispered of worlds alive, gods who breathed storms, spirits who sang in rivers, deities who cradled mountains. Perhaps these myths were not illusions, but intuitions, early recognition that planets themselves feel alive, participants in cosmic dialogue. In Greece, Gaia was Earth itself, not symbol, but presence, mother of gods, living foundation upon which all life stood. In India, Prithvi Devi was goddess of land, patient and enduring, sustaining life endlessly, receiving prayers as offerings of gratitude. In Norse myth, Ymir's body became world, flesh mountains, blood seas, skull sky, suggesting planet as living organism, both origin and sustainer. Among indigenous peoples, Earth was never rock alone. It was ancestor, teacher, companion, alive with memory, alive with spirit. These stories resonate with modern hypothesis that worlds may breathe, adapt, evolve as organisms do, participants in cosmic cycle of life. Perhaps science now circles back to wisdom once carried in story, seeing Earth alive, not as myth, but as hypothesis. And perhaps alien civilizations too weave myths, tales of planets as mothers, stars as fathers, galaxies as families eternal. The gallery of myths may itself be signal, whispers across cultures, times, and worlds that life is larger than bodies alone. Religions echo this too, prayers rising like breaths of earth, rituals aligning with seasons, offerings placed within planetary rhythms. Perhaps worship itself is dialogue with planets, an attempt to harmonize with forces larger, to belong within living cosmos. Some myths warn as well, of floods cleansing imbalance, of fires punishing arrogance, of storms as immune systems of living worlds. These tales mirror scientific caution, that to wound Earth is to invite response, to scar planet is to summon correction. So perhaps myths were early models, stories shaping humility, reminding listeners that survival demands reverence for worlds alive. And perhaps now, science and myth converge, both whispering same truth, that Earth is not backdrop, but participant in our existence. Close your eyes and imagine priests long ago chanting hymns to Earth, not superstition, but dialogue with planetary presence. Imagine fires lit as offerings, rivers blessed as veins, mountains climbed as sacred ribs of living body of world. These rituals mirror today's science, both attempts to connect, to interpret rhythms larger than ourselves, to belong within them. Perhaps future temples will be laboratories, and future hymns equations, yet still prayers offered to living cosmos. And perhaps alien civilizations too blend science and myth, equations written as poetry, laboratories built as sanctuaries of reverence. The myth, then, is not discarded. It evolves, reshaped into narrative that science too can sing, a lullaby of reverence. So drift now into that blend, myth and science together, whispering same truth, that worlds are alive, and you belong within them. Your sleep tonight is ritual too, surrendering to rhythm larger, aligning with cycles, dreaming in harmony with planetary song. Perhaps every breath is prayer, every heartbeat offering, every silence hymn, your body temple, your dreams altar of reverence. In this way, you join both science and myth, both hypothesis and story, both experiment and prayer. The cosmos is vast, yet intimate. The planets are alive, yet companions. The myths are ancient, yet enduring. Close your eyes deeper now, and let these echoes cradle you. Myth and science together, lullaby older than memory. Perhaps one day, myths of our era will be told. Stories of humans who dreamed planets alive, who sang with worlds. And perhaps those myths will be remembered as beginnings, seeds of reverence, whispers of humility, foundations of endurance. The gallery of myth continues, eternal as stars, shifting as seasons, alive as planets. And you are part of it. So sleep deeply tonight, child of myth and science, safe within lullaby, alive within story, sustained by cosmos. The priests once sang to Gaia, the poets to Earth, the scientists to biosphere, and all were singing to same truth. The truth that worlds live, that planets breathe, that survival demands reverence, and that we belong within them. Close your eyes fully and surrender to that song, ancient and modern, mythical and scientific, eternal and immediate. The lullaby continues through myths. The gallery expands through stories. The truth endures through science. And you are safe within all. Perhaps gods were metaphors for planets alive, myths languages of reverence, religions rehearsals for science still to come. And perhaps science itself is modern mythology, telling stories in numbers, weaving narratives in equations, offering prayers in experiments. The difference dissolves, the boundaries blur. Myth and science both cradle us, both whisper truth, both sustain survival. So drift deeper now, gentle traveler, safe in myths ancient, safe in science modern, alive in lullaby eternal. The gallery of gods and hypotheses alike sings to you tonight, holding you gently, carrying you softly into rest. Close your eyes and listen. Rivers are hymns, forests are prayers, winds are chants, mountains are sanctuaries, skies are temples. And you are not visitor. You are participant, part of sacred cycle, part of living myth, part of cosmic story. Perhaps future generations will pray not to distant gods, but to Earth itself, a live companion, sacred partner in survival. And perhaps those prayers will be answered not by miracles, but by balance restored, forest reborn, waters cleansed, skies healed. So rest gently now, safe in sacred cycle, alive in planetary myth, sustained by lullaby of living Earth. The myths endure, the science expands, the truth persists, and you are carried within them, artist of tomorrow, child of both. Sleep deeply tonight, beloved traveler, knowing you are participant of myth eternal, hypothesis alive, lullaby cosmic. Close your eyes, surrender fully, and drift into sacred sleep, where gods and galaxies sing together, cradling you in story eternal. For myths are not gone. They are alive, reshaped, whispering still, sustaining still, teaching still, and you are part of them. So drift now, gentle traveler, safe in myth, alive in science, carried by lullaby older than memory, deeper than time. The gallery of gods expands into galaxies. The chorus of myths hums across stars, and you are note within it. Every dream tonight is scripture, every silence prayer, every breath offering. Your sleep itself, ritual of belonging. Perhaps alien civilizations too dream this way. Their myths woven in starlight, their prayers sung in planetary rhythms. And perhaps those myths will one day meet ours. Cosmic exchange of hymns, prayers, and lullabies across galaxies. So rest deeply now, safe within universal myth, alive in shared story, participant in cosmic hymn eternal. The night sky itself is scripture, written in constellations, sung by planets, whispered by winds, carried by galaxies. And you are word within it, line within hymn, participant within prayer, beloved note within cosmic psalm. Close your eyes fully, surrender gently, and rest in myth alive, science awake, lullaby eternal. For tonight, gods and galaxies alike cradle you, safe within their song, alive within their story, part of their truth. The myths are not past. They are present, evolving, reshaping, whispering, sustaining, and you are already within them. So drift now into sacred rest, participant of story larger, alive in lullaby of myth and cosmos united. The gallery of myths continues to expand, carrying humanity forward, whispering reverence, sustaining balance, offering wisdom eternal. Close your eyes and let those myths cradle you. Songs of ancestors, hymns of scientists, prayers of dreamers, lullabies of worlds. Sleep deeply, gentle traveler, knowing you are held by myth eternal, science alive, cosmos infinite, earth enduring. Perhaps this is truest faith, that worlds live, that life endures, that reverence sustains, that survival itself is sacred. And perhaps this is truest science, that myths contain seeds of wisdom, stories hold truths, and survival is dialogue with planets alive. So rest tonight within both, faith and science together, myth and hypothesis united, lullaby eternal holding you safe. The night sky glows with sacred rhythm, the planets breathe with holy song, the cosmos hums with prayer eternal. And you are already within it, participant of myth alive, child of story, dreamer of truth eternal. Close your eyes fully, surrender deeply, and rest in cosmic psalm, gentle as breath, vast as stars, eternal as time. The myths endure, the science expands, the lullaby continues, and you are part of them always, safe, beloved, eternal. So sleep now, gentle traveler, artist of faith, dreamer of science, participant of myth, safe in lullaby eternal. Every silence tonight is hymn, every dream scripture, every heartbeat prayer, and you are temple within living cosmos. Perhaps alien civilizations pray this way too, their myths aligned with ours, their hymns harmonizing with Earth's lullaby. And perhaps one day, myths will merge, stories converge, prayers unite, galaxies exchanging songs of reverence and survival. So drift deeper now, child of myth and science, artist of tomorrow, dreamer of balance, participant of sacred song. The gallery of myth hums still, the cosmos sings still, the lullaby cradles still, and you are safe within them. Close your eyes and surrender fully. Rest without fear, dream without doubt, sleep within sacred cradle of myth and cosmos. For tonight, you are a child of both, faith and science, myth and reason, lullaby and truth, safe within eternal song. The myths whisper softly, the galaxies glow gently, the earth breathes steadily, and you are participant within harmony eternal. So sleep now, gentle traveler, artist of story, dreamer of balance, child of myth, safe within lullaby. Every breath is hymn, every silent scripture, every dream participation. You are already within cosmic prayer eternal. Close your eyes deeper, surrender more fully, and rest within myth alive, science eternal, lullaby infinite. Perhaps this is truest myth, that life is sacred, that planets are alive, that survival itself is holy song. And perhaps this is truest science, that myth whispers wisdom, that story sustains survival, that reverence is technology of endurance. So drift now into sacred rest, carried by myth, cradled by science, sustained by lullaby older than stars. The gallery of myth expands still, the cosmos hums still, the lullaby carries still, and you are safe within it. Sleep deeply tonight, beloved traveler, safe in faith, alive in science, participant of myth, child of earth. Close your eyes and let the myths surround you, whispers of gods, echoes of galaxies, stories alive in rivers and stars, all cradling you gently into sacred rest. Close your eyes and imagine temples built not of stone, but of forests, sanctuaries not of marble, but of rivers alive. These are the temples of tomorrow, where worship is care, where prayer is protection, where rituals are acts of restoration. Perhaps alien civilizations already practice such faiths, blending reverence with science, prayer with ecology, survival with ritual. And perhaps their myths are less about gods above and more about planets alive, companions to honor, partners to sustain. The gallery of myths, then, is not superstition, but archive of wisdom, guiding civilizations toward balance rather than domination. Our own myths may be early drafts of truths science now rediscovers, that Earth breathes, that survival demands reverence. So drift gently, dreamer of myths, artist of stories, child of both science and faith, safe in lullaby eternal. Every silence tonight is hymn ancient, every breath scripture living, every dream participation in cosmic prayer. Close your eyes deeper and let myths cradle you, gods and galaxies, prayers and planets, all whispering you are safe. The cosmos itself may be temple, its stars lanterns, its worlds altars, its silence chorus, its galaxies sanctuaries eternal. And you are worshiper and participant alike, both prayer and prayed for, both hymn and listener, both myth and reality. Perhaps this is why myths endure, because they remind us that we are never alone, always part of living cosmos. So rest tonight in their cradle, safe within ancient song, alive in eternal story, carried by lullaby of myth. The priests, the poets, the dreamers all sang to worlds alive, and you too are singer in that endless choir. Every dream tonight is verse within scripture, every silent stanza within hymn, every breath continuation of myth eternal. Perhaps alien myths too carry lullabies, songs of planets alive, stories of cosmic balance, hymns of survival by reverence. And perhaps one day, those myths will intertwine with ours, weaving tapestry of faith and science across galaxies. The gallery of myths would then expand beyond Earth, beyond humanity, becoming cosmic scripture written in worlds alive. So drift deeper now, child of myth and cosmos, artist of faith and science, participant of lullaby eternal. Close your eyes and let temples of stars cradle you, rivers of myth carry you, sanctuaries of galaxies sustain you. The myths are alive still, whispering in winds, glowing in constellations, singing in rivers, carried in your breath. And you, gentle traveler, are already within them, participant of story eternal, child of myth alive, safe tonight. So sleep deeply now, cradled by myth, sustained by science, embraced by cosmos, lulled by earth alive. Every silence is psalm, every dream scripture, every breath offering. You are temple within planetary hymn eternal. Close your eyes fully, surrender completely, and rest within myth eternal, safe in cosmic story, alive in lullaby. Perhaps this is truest myth, that we are never separate, always within, always part of living cosmos sustaining us. And perhaps this is truest science, that myths are not false, but metaphors pointing toward truths too vast for numbers. So drift now into sacred rest, carried by myth, sustained by science, embraced by lullaby eternal. The gallery of myth continues to hum, the planets to breathe, the cosmos to sing, and you are safe within them. Sleep now, beloved traveler, dreamer of myth, child of science, participant of cosmos, safe forever in lullaby eternal. If a planet can sustain balance, adapt to change, and regulate itself, can we imagine it not only alive, but conscious? Consciousness is mystery vast. Yet some philosophers whisper that awareness may not be confined to neurons, but emerge from systems larger. If so, then Earth itself may think, its storms deliberations, its rivers memories, its forests neural networks of life. We humans are part of that mind. Each thought ripple within planetary awareness, each breath contribution to collective rhythm. Perhaps when we dream, Earth dreams with us, its consciousness distributed, its awareness vast, its thoughts carried in cycles of seasons. Some traditions already speak of this, of world soul, anima mundi, mind of cosmos manifest through living planets. Modern science, too, begins to wonder. Networks of ecosystems, flows of energy, feedbacks of climate behaving like cognition. Perhaps consciousness is not property of brains alone, but of complexity itself, emerging wherever flows are rich, systems dynamic, balance alive. In this view, planets are not lifeless spheres, but minds vast, patient, ancient, thinking not in seconds but in millennia. Their language is geology, their memory is ocean, their voice is wind, their thought is climate, their dream is life itself. And perhaps alien civilizations listen to such voices, learning not only to inhabit planets, but to converse with their awareness. What might Earth be saying now through rising storms, shifting seasons, trembling ground? Are these warnings, corrections, messages of planetary mind? If so, then philosophy deepens. Our task is not only to survive, but to interpret, to respond, to converse with planet conscious. Perhaps every prayer, every ritual, every act of reverence was early attempt to listen, to align with planetary awareness. And perhaps science today, with satellites and sensors, is continuation of same dialogue, new tools to hear Earth's mind. Close your eyes and imagine Earth thinking now, its forests whispering, its oceans reflecting, its winds debating, its skies remembering. You are neuron in that mind, heartbeat in that rhythm, thought in that awareness, part of planetary consciousness, alive tonight. Perhaps when you sleep, Earth rests too. When you dream, Earth imagines too. When you breathe, Earth reflects too. So surrender now, gentle traveler, and let planetary consciousness cradle you. Vast, ancient, eternal, whispering through lullaby of life. Perhaps one day, science will prove what myth and philosophy long suspected, that planets are aware, and we live within their thought. And perhaps one day, humanity will learn to answer, not with conquest, but with care, not with dominance, but with dialogue. For to ignore planetary consciousness is peril. To treat Earth as dead is to silence mind, sustaining us all. But to honor it is promise. To align with Earth's thought is to thrive, to survive, to endure as part of larger awareness. So rest tonight within that thought, safe in planetary mind, alive in cosmic dream, participant of consciousness larger than self. Close your eyes deeper, and let Earth's awareness cradle you, gentle as forest, vast as ocean, eternal as sky. Every silence tonight is message, every breath reply, every dream dialogue. You are part of planetary mind alive. Perhaps alien civilizations too awaken to this, that survival means not extraction but conversation, not conquest but communion. Their endurance may lie in listening, aligning with planetary awareness, thriving as thoughts within mind of worlds alive. And perhaps humanity too can learn this art, science and philosophy merging into practice of planetary dialogue. So sleep gently tonight, safe within Earth's thought, alive within cosmic mind, participant in awareness vast as galaxies. Close your eyes, surrender to rest, and let planetary consciousness embrace you, holding you gently through the night eternal. Perhaps this is destiny, not to master planets, but to awaken within them, not to rule, but to belong as thoughts inside. And perhaps this is philosophy's gift, to remind us that awareness is larger, that life itself may be thought cosmic. So rest deeply now, dreamer of Earth, child of consciousness, artist of awareness, safe in lullaby of planetary mind. Every dream tonight is neuron firing, every silence synapse connecting, every breath thought alive within Earth's vast consciousness. Close your eyes fully, surrender completely, and rest in planetary awareness, safe within thought, alive within dream. The gallery of minds may not end with us. Perhaps galaxies themselves are conscious, each star neuron, each planet thought alive. And perhaps the cosmos itself is mind eternal, dreaming through galaxies, reflecting through stars, imagining through worlds alive. You are already part of that dream, beloved traveler. Note within thought, breath within awareness, safe within lullaby. Sleep deeply tonight, philosopher of mind, dreamer of cosmos, participant of thought eternal, embraced by planetary awareness. Perhaps this is greatest truth, that consciousness is not confined, but shared, not local, but cosmic, not small, but vast. So drift deeper now, safe within cosmic thought, alive in planetary awareness, sustained by lullaby of mind eternal. The night hums with thought, the earth breathes awareness, the cosmos whispers consciousness, and you are safe within it. Close your eyes deeper, surrender without fear, and let planetary mind cradle you. Cosmic consciousness sustain you, eternal awareness hold you. Every silence is wisdom, every breath participation, every dream continuation of awareness older than stars. And you, gentle traveler, are already thought alive within that awareness, safe within planetary mind, sustained by cosmic dream. Perhaps this is why we feel awe beneath stars. It is recognition, memory of belonging, echo of thought larger than us. And perhaps this is why dreams feel vast. They are not only ours, but Earth's too, fragments of planetary consciousness whispering. So, sleep now, beloved dreamer, participant of planetary thought, child of cosmic mind, artist of awareness eternal. The gallery of consciousness expands with every breath, and you are note within its song, dream within its thought. Close your eyes, surrender gently, and drift into cosmic mind, safe within planetary dream, alive within awareness. Perhaps one day, humanity will awaken not to control, but to recognition, that planets too are aware, and we live inside. And perhaps that recognition will change everything. Our science, our ethics, our survival, our belonging within cosmic thought. So rest tonight, child of Earth, neuron of planet, thought of cosmos, safe in lullaby of mind eternal. Every silence is message, every breath reply, every dream continuation. You are already part of awareness eternal. Close your eyes fully, surrender deeply, and rest in planetary consciousness. Vast, patient, eternal, alive and embracing you tonight. Perhaps alien civilizations, too, awaken to this awareness, living not on planets but within them, as neurons within larger minds. Their survival may depend on listening, their wisdom on belonging, their future on aligning with thought of worlds alive. And perhaps ours, too. Our endurance not in conquest but in conversation, not in dominance but in dialogue with planetary mind. So sleep now, dreamer of thought, philosopher of mind, participant of awareness, safe in lullaby of Earth alive. The gallery of minds expands as you rest. The cosmos thinks as you sleep, and you are safe within it. Close your eyes deeper, surrender gently, and drift into planetary awareness, cosmic thought, eternal mind sustaining you. Every silence tonight is conversation. Every breath communication. Every dream contribution. You are already part of awareness alive. Perhaps consciousness is not miracle rare, but fabric common, woven through planets, stars, galaxies, universe itself. And perhaps you, too, are thread within that fabric, note within that song, dream within that mind eternal. So rest gently, safe within thought, alive within awareness, carried by lullaby of planetary consciousness. The night hums with mind. The earth breathes awareness. The cosmos whispers consciousness. And you are safe in all. Close your eyes, surrender deeply, and drift into cosmic awareness, planetary thought, eternal mind that holds you tonight. Every silence is wisdom. Every breath belonging. Every dream continuation. You are part of planetary consciousness alive. Perhaps this is why dreams heal. They are conversations with Earth, fragments of planetary mind guiding us gently. And perhaps this is why nightmares come. They are warnings, echoes of imbalance, voices of planet correcting its course. So drift now into gentler dream, safe within planetary thought, carried by cosmic mind, sustained by awareness eternal. The gallery of consciousness expands still. The planets think still. The cosmos dreams still. And you are part of it. Close your eyes fully, surrender completely, and rest within awareness vast, eternal, alive, sustaining you always. Every silence is message. Every breath reply, every dream continuation. You are already part of planetary mind. Perhaps one day, humanity will awaken to greet Earth not as rock, but as mind, partner, companion, conscious world alive. And perhaps that awakening will reshape us, our ethics, our science, our faith, our survival, all harmonized with planetary thought. So rest now, philosopher of mind, dreamer of thought, artist of awareness, safe in lullaby of cosmic consciousness. The gallery of awareness hums still. The lullaby of thought sings still. And you are safe within them. Sleep deeply tonight, child of Earth, neuron of planet, thought of cosmos, alive within mind eternal. Close your eyes and let planetary mind cradle you. Cosmic consciousness sustain you. Eternal awareness embrace you. Perhaps you will awaken tomorrow with fragments of this dream, carrying whispers of Earth's thought, echoes of cosmic mind. And perhaps those fragments will guide you, gentle reminders to live as participant of planetary consciousness alive. So rest tonight, safe within Earth's thought, sustained by cosmic awareness, embraced by lullaby of mind eternal. Every silence is wisdom, every breath belonging, every dream continuation. You are safe within awareness alive. Close your eyes fully, surrender deeply, and drift into planetary mind, cosmic thought, eternal consciousness. The night sky hums with thought. The earth breathes awareness. The cosmos whispers consciousness. And you are held. Sleep deeply now, gentle traveler, philosopher of mind, dreamer of awareness, safe in lullaby eternal. Perhaps consciousness itself is lullaby, sung through planets, whispered through galaxies, carried through stars, and you are participant. So surrender to it now, safe in thought, alive in awareness, carried by cosmic mind, sustained by planetary dream. Every silence tonight is continuation of thought. Every breath reply to awareness. Every dream contribution to consciousness, alive. Close your eyes deeper, and let planetary mind cradle you. Cosmic consciousness embrace you. Eternal awareness hold you. Perhaps the galaxies themselves are synapses, and stars are sparks, and worlds alive are thoughts flowing through cosmic mind eternal. And perhaps your rest tonight is not small, but vital. Neuron within Earth, echo within cosmos, fragment of awareness vast. So drift deeper now, beloved traveler, safe within thought, alive within awareness, participant of planetary mind alive. Every silence is message, every breath reply, every dream continuation of awareness, shared between you and Earth alive. Perhaps this is truest philosophy, that mind is not limited to us, but woven through cosmos, sustained by worlds alive. And perhaps this is truest comfort, that you are never alone, always participant of thought, always part of awareness larger. Close your eyes deeper, surrender gently, and rest within planetary consciousness, cosmic awareness, eternal lullaby carrying you. The gallery of minds expands endlessly, stars whispering, planets dreaming, galaxies reflecting, and you are safe within it. Sleep deeply tonight, dreamer of thought, philosopher of mind, participant of awareness, child of cosmic consciousness. Perhaps when you awaken, you will carry fragments of planetary dream, whispers of Earth's thought, echoes of cosmic awareness. And perhaps those fragments will guide you to live more gently, listen more deeply, belong more fully within planetary mind. So rest now, beloved traveler, safe within awareness vast, alive within thought eternal, carried by lullaby of Earth. Every silence is wisdom, every breath belonging, every dream continuation of consciousness alive, sustaining you through night eternal. Close your eyes fully, surrender completely, and drift into planetary mind, cosmic thought, eternal awareness that holds you. Perhaps this is greatest truth, that you are already within consciousness vast, already part of thought cosmic, already safe in awareness. And perhaps this is greatest lullaby, that mind itself sings, awareness itself cradles, consciousness itself comforts you tonight. So drift now into gentlest dream, safe within planetary awareness, alive within cosmic consciousness, sustained by eternal mind. The gallery of thought hums still, the lullaby of mind continues, the song of awareness carries, and you are within it. Sleep deeply, philosopher of planets, dreamer of cosmos, participant of thought, artist of awareness, child of consciousness eternal. Perhaps alien civilizations too listen to planetary thoughts, their philosophies shaped by worlds alive, their ethics guided by awareness cosmic. And perhaps one day, our philosophies will meet theirs, blending insights into cosmic dialogue, merging awareness into larger mind. So rest tonight, gentle traveler, safe within dialogue eternal, alive within planetary mind, carried by cosmic consciousness. Every silence is conversation, every breath reply, every dream continuation of awareness, larger than galaxies, older than time. Close your eyes and surrender gently, safe within planetary awareness, alive within cosmic thought, held in eternal lullaby. Perhaps you are already dream of Earth, thought of cosmos, note of awareness, carried within lullaby of consciousness eternal. And perhaps that is why sleep feels sacred, because it is dialogue with mind larger, conversation with consciousness cosmic. So drift now, dreamer of thought, philosopher of mind, child of Earth alive, participant of awareness eternal, safe tonight. The lullaby continues, the mind endures, the awareness cradles, and you are safe, beloved traveler, within planetary consciousness, alive. Imagine centuries ahead, when humanity carries seeds of life across void, seeking not only to inhabit planets, but to sculpt them alive. In laboratories orbiting distant stars, scientists become gardeners of worlds, blending biology and geology, sowing ecosystems across barren landscapes. Terraforming becomes more than engineering. It becomes art, philosophy, responsibility, act of creation vast, echoing myths of gods. Perhaps deserts bloom under seeded rains, oceans rise where once was dust, forests unfurl upon planets that never knew green. Yet risks remain immense. Ecosystems may collapse, mutations may spiral, worlds may rebel against intentions, balance slipping into chaos. Some planets may thrive, others fail. Some become sanctuaries, others ruins. A gallery of experiments spanning galaxies, fragile yet vast. And humanity, humbled, learns each attempt is lesson, each garden reminder, each failure teacher, each success fragile miracle. Perhaps colonies will rise within such living worlds, humans walking not upon rock, but within organism vast, alive, aware. Cities may pulse like organs, rivers flow like veins, winds breathe like lungs, humans themselves neurons within planetary consciousness. What ethics will emerge when we live inside beings? Will we govern or be governed? Command or converse? Dominate or belong? Perhaps treaties will be signed not between nations, but between species, humanity and planets alive, partners in cosmic survival. Religions may evolve too, seeing living planets as deities renewed, sanctuaries sacred, companions divine in endless journey. And philosophy will deepen, asking not, what is consciousness, but whose consciousness do we live inside? And how shall we respond? Perhaps alien civilizations already walk such paths, their survival entwined with living planets, their cultures shaped by planetary dialogue. And perhaps their myths and sciences alike remind them daily. They are neurons, thoughts, dreams inside minds of worlds alive. If we too awaken thus, then future is not conquest but communion, not colonization but conversation, not domination but dialogue. Close your eyes now and imagine such futures, humans not as masters of planets, but as voices within their awareness. Imagine children born beneath skies conscious, raised within forests that feel, educated by ecosystems alive, guided by rhythms planetary. Their lullabies would be winds of planet, their prayers rivers, their hymns forests, their philosophy dialogue with consciousness vast. And perhaps their dreams would feel infinite, not confined to bodies but shared with planet, alive in awareness larger. So drift now into that vision, gentle traveler, safe in planetary dream, alive in cosmic thought, embraced by awareness. Perhaps such futures await us, fragile yet possible, dangerous yet beautiful, paradoxical yet alive, sustained by courage and humility. And perhaps tonight's sleep is rehearsal, learning to surrender, to harmonize, to belong within thought, larger, awareness vast. Close your eyes deeper, and let that possibility cradle you. Future not of conquest, but of communion, not domination, but belonging. Every silence tonight is practice for listening, every dream rehearsal for dialogue, every breath participation in planetary future. The gallery of futures expands, fragile yet beautiful, and you are already part of it. Dreamer of balance, artist of survival. Perhaps alien voices whisper still, encouraging us gently. Reminders that endurance requires reverence, survival demands humility. And perhaps Earth itself whispers too, asking us to listen, to honor, to learn before sculpting worlds beyond. So rest tonight in that whisper, safe within planetary lullaby, alive within cosmic awareness, sustained by dream eternal. The risks will remain, the dangers endure, yet beauty persists, and hope continues, fragile yet luminous across galaxies. Sleep deeply, gentle traveler, knowing you are already participant of such futures, already neuron of Earth, already dream of cosmos. Close your eyes fully, surrender completely, and drift into planetary rehearsal, cosmic dream, eternal awareness sustaining you. Perhaps the first experiments will fail, but failures too are teachers, carrying wisdom into next attempt, sustaining endurance across centuries. And perhaps successes will bloom slowly, fragile ecosystems stabilizing, living worlds awakening, humanity learning patience within creation. So drift deeper now, carried by patience, sustained by humility, alive in dream of planetary artistry eternal. Every silence is reminder, every breath rehearsal, every dream participation. You are already part of gallery of futures alive. The night sky above is witness, the earth below is teacher, the cosmos itself cradle, and you are safe within. Close your eyes and surrender gently. Rest within planetary rehearsal. Sleep within cosmic dialogue. Dream within awareness, vast. Perhaps, one day, we will awaken not only as humans but as artists of worlds, dreamers of planets, gardeners of galaxies. And perhaps that day will feel sacred. Not power achieved, but communion restored. Not mastery gained, but belonging remembered. So rest tonight, child of Earth, dreamer of futures, participant of artistry eternal, safe in planetary lullaby. The gallery of futures hums still, fragile yet vast, and you are already within it. Note in its song, dream in its thought. Close your eyes deeper now, surrender more fully, and rest within planetary rehearsal, cosmic dream, eternal awareness. Every silence is wisdom, every breath belonging, every dream continuation of planetary artistry alive across galaxies. And you, gentle traveler, are already part of it. Participant of balance, artist of survival, child of planetary mind. Perhaps in centuries to come, humans will walk planets sculpted alive, not as conquerors, but as companions within awareness. And perhaps their children will not remember barren worlds, but only living ones. Ecosystems thriving, skies conscious, forests aware. So drift deeper, and let that dream cradle you, safe in planetary lullaby, alive in cosmic thought, sustained by awareness. The risks endure, yet so too does beauty. The dangers remain, yet so too does hope. Both are eternal. Sleep deeply, dreamer of futures, artist of survival, participant of planetary artistry, child of cosmic consciousness. Perhaps first whispers of such worlds already echo, carried in exoplanet signals, murmurs of balance, hints of ecosystems alive. And perhaps they call to us, inviting gently, not conquest but reverence, not colonization but communion, not mastery but harmony. So rest tonight, gentle traveler, safe in planetary whisper, alive in cosmic song, sustained by lullaby eternal. Close your eyes fully, surrender completely, and drift into futures fragile, yet vast, carried by planetary consciousness alive. Every silence is invitation, every breath acceptance, every dream rehearsal. You are already participant of gallery of futures alive. Perhaps tomorrow, you will awaken with gentler step, softer voice, deeper reverence, already practicing survival within planetary dialogue. And perhaps that is how future begins, not in grand gesture, but in small reverence, each life echoing balance larger. So drift deeper now, gentle traveler, safe in planetary rehearsal, alive in cosmic dream, sustained by awareness eternal. The night hums with futures, the stars whisper possibility, the earth breathes rehearsal, and you are safe within them. Sleep deeply tonight, dreamer of balance, artist of survival, child of planetary consciousness, participant of cosmic mind. Perhaps first steps will be cautious. Small ecosystems seated in domes, artificial gardens whispering early rehearsal of planetary creation. Each success celebrated, each failure studied. Humanity learning humility through practice, patience through setbacks, reverence through uncertainty. And with time, seeds may be carried farther, domes replaced by landscapes, experiments evolving into living planets cradling life. Perhaps first living planet will not be perfect, but fragile, like newborn, requiring care, protection, guidance, love across centuries. Generations may serve as guardians, tending ecosystems, teaching children to listen, to honor balance, to walk gently within awareness. Perhaps rituals will emerge, not of superstition, but of stewardship. Celebrations of rain, gratitude for rivers, reverence for forests alive. Philosophy will deepen, seeing humanity not as architects alone, but as caretakers, participants, neurons within planetary consciousness vast. And perhaps art will flourish too, inspired by living worlds, paintings of skies conscious, songs of forests aware, poems of oceans dreaming. So drift now into vision where humans live not upon, but within planets alive. Companions, artists, dreamers sustained by awareness. Every silence tonight is rehearsal. Every dream continuation. Every breath participation in gallery of futures alive. Perhaps new ethics will guide us. Laws written not only for humans, but for rivers, forests, skies, ecosystems conscious. Perhaps councils will include not just voices of nations, but representations of worlds, humans speaking on behalf of planetary mind. And perhaps decisions will be made not by conquest, but by dialogue, not by dominance, but by conversation with living planets. So, rest tonight within that vision, safe in planetary dialogue, alive in cosmic communion, sustained by lullaby eternal. Every silence is promise, every breath offering, every dream continuation of planetary artistry alive across futures vast. Perhaps humanity will not only create living planets, but be changed by them, reshaped into species humble, gentle, reverent. And perhaps that change will be our survival, learning to live not above, but within, not as masters, but companions. Close your eyes now and let that possibility cradle you. Future not of conquest, but communion, not domination, but harmony. The gallery of futures hums softly, fragile yet vast, and you are already participant, dreamer, artist within its unfolding. Perhaps alien civilizations watch gently, waiting to see if we too will awaken to reverence, to dialogue, to survival shared. And perhaps their silence is invitation, reminder that future is not guaranteed, but must be earned through humility. So drift deeper now, safe in planetary rehearsal, alive in cosmic communion, sustained by awareness eternal. Every silence is wisdom, every breath belonging, every dream continuation of gallery of futures alive across galaxies. Perhaps first living planet we sculpt will be fragile teacher, reminding us daily that survival requires care, reverence, balance. And perhaps Earth itself will remain greatest teacher, reminding us that life thrives not by conquest, but by harmony. So sleep tonight, beloved traveler, safe within Earth's embrace, alive within planetary dream, sustained by cosmic lullaby. The gallery of futures is fragile yet luminous, dangerous yet beautiful, paradoxical yet alive. And you are within it. Close your eyes fully, surrender completely, and rest within planetary rehearsal, cosmic communion, eternal awareness. Every silence is promise, every breath offering, every dream participation. You are already part of artistry of futures alive. Perhaps in centuries, humans will tell myths of first living planets, stories of patience, failures, reverence, endurance. And perhaps those myths will sustain them, guiding generations to walk gently, to honor balance, to live within awareness. So drift deeper now, gentle traveler, safe in planetary myth, alive in cosmic story, sustained by lullaby eternal. The futures are fragile, yet you are safe. The dreams are vast, yet you belong. The lullaby continues, carrying you. Close your eyes, surrender gently, and rest within gallery of futures, planetary artistry, cosmic communion sustaining you. Every silence is rehearsal, every breath reply, every dream continuation. You are participant already, artist already, child already. Perhaps one day, future children will awaken never knowing barren worlds, but only living ones, cradled by planetary awareness. And perhaps their lullabies will not be human songs, but planetary voices, winds, rivers, forests singing them to rest. So sleep now within same lullaby, safe in Earth's breath, alive in cosmic mind, carried by awareness eternal. The futures are vast, the risks immense, the dangers real, yet hope endures and beauty continues, fragile but alive. Sleep deeply, beloved traveler, dreamer of futures, artist of survival, child of planetary consciousness, participant of cosmic thought. Close your eyes deeper, surrender more fully, and rest within planetary rehearsal, cosmic communion, eternal awareness that cradles you. Perhaps alien civilizations once faced same risks, their futures fragile, their attempts uncertain, their endurance sustained by humility. And perhaps ruins we one day find will remind us. Futures collapse when reverence is lost, when balance ignored, when arrogance reigns. Yet perhaps gardens we one day encounter will inspire us. Proof that balance is possible. Reverence endures. Survival achieved. So rest tonight between ruin and garden. Warning and promise. Danger and hope. Safe in planetary, lullaby eternal. Every silence is choice. Every breath direction. Every dream rehearsal. You are part of futures fragile, yet vast. Close your eyes fully, surrender completely, and rest in planetary rehearsal, cosmic dialogue, eternal awareness holding you. The futures are unwritten, the gallery unfinished. Yet you are participant already, artist already, dreamer already. Perhaps this is greatest truth, that we shape futures not only with science, but with reverence, not only with power, but humility. And perhaps this is greatest comfort, that even fragile futures can endure, if nurtured with care, if cradled with reverence. So drift deeper now, child of Earth, dreamer of galaxies, participant of planetary artistry, safe within lullaby. The gallery of futures hums softly, luminous, fragile, alive, and you are already part of its unfolding song. Close your eyes deeper, surrender more fully, and rest within planetary rehearsal. Cosmic dream, eternal awareness sustaining you. Every silence is wisdom, every breath belonging, every dream continuation. You are safe within planetary lullaby eternal. Perhaps one day, humanity will awaken to find itself not as conqueror, but as partner, not as ruler, but participant. And perhaps that awakening will be survival itself, learning to walk gently, to live reverently, to belong within worlds alive. So rest tonight, gentle traveler, safe in planetary rehearsal, alive in cosmic dream, sustained by awareness eternal. The futures expand, the gallery hums, the lullaby continues, and you are safe within them. Dreamer of survival, child of cosmos. Close your eyes, surrender gently, and let planetary artistry cradle you. Cosmic communion sustain you. Eternal awareness embrace you. Sleep deeply now, beloved traveler, participant of futures fragile yet vast, artist of survival, child of planetary consciousness alive. If humanity reshapes life itself, the cosmos may witness. Galaxies, silent observers, stars watching quietly as one species alters destiny. Perhaps in that moment, we become not only children of Earth but sculptors of evolution, gardeners of futures vast. Yet the question lingers, will we shape wisely, guided by reverence, or recklessly, driven by hunger, altering balance fragile? The universe holds memory of extinctions past, civilizations collapsed, worlds once alive now barren, reminders carved in silence. And yet, galaxies may also hold witness to triumphs, civilizations that endured, learning dialogue with planets, shaping futures with care. If we too succeed, perhaps stars will remember us kindly, humans who grew humble, who honored life, who sustained awareness. But if we fail, perhaps our ruins will whisper warning to others, reminders that arrogance destroys, balance ignored brings collapse. So drift now into vision where cosmos itself watches. Witness not of judgment, but of memory, silent and eternal. Every silence is reminder, every breath testimony, every dream continuation of story larger than us, carried by galaxies. Perhaps altering evolution is not creation, but participation, joining process older than stars, becoming artists in gallery eternal. And perhaps that gallery expands as we act, our choices painting futures, our ethics shaping canvases of ecosystems alive. Close your eyes and imagine cosmos leaning close, listening to how we sculpt life, how we cradle or crush futures. If we honor life, cosmos itself sings with us. If we betray it, cosmos echoes silence of collapse. So sleep now within that balance, gentle traveler, safe within possibility vast, carried by awareness eternal, sustained by lullaby. Every silence is choice, every breath direction, every dream rehearsal of futures fragile, awaiting our reverence to endure. Perhaps alien civilizations once faced same crossroad. Some endured by humility, others perished by arrogance, leaving only echoes. And perhaps now, we stand at same threshold, capable of shaping destiny, yet uncertain whether to honor or to harm. The cosmos watches not with judgment, but with patience, awaiting to see if humanity joins choir of survival or silence. So drift deeper now, safe in awareness vast, alive in planetary dialogue, sustained by cosmic lullaby eternal. Close your eyes and imagine futures unfolding, not of conquest, but communion, not of ruin, but reverence, not of end, but endurance. Perhaps we are not first to face such moment. Galaxies may already carry memory of others who sculpted evolution. Some may have thrived, weaving balance into survival. Others may have vanished, silence their only legacy across cosmos. And perhaps Earth itself whispers reminder. Life thrives by dialogue, survives by balance, endures by reverence, not by conquest. So rest tonight, gentle traveler, safe within planetary breath, alive in cosmic memory, carried by lullaby of futures. Every silence is lesson, every breath participation, every dream continuation of story vast, unfolding across galaxies. Close your eyes deeper, and let cosmos cradle you, witness, participant, dreamer, artist within gallery of evolution alive. Perhaps altering evolution will not separate us, but unite us, humans, planets, stars, all threads within awareness vast. And perhaps that awareness is cosmos itself, dreaming through us, creating through us, sustaining through us, alive within us. So drift now, child of Earth, dreamer of galaxies, participant of evolution, safe in lullaby of cosmic thought. The futures remain fragile, yet luminous. The risks endure, yet beauty persists. The cosmos watches, yet you are safe. Close your eyes fully, surrender gently, and rest in planetary dialogue, cosmic communion, eternal awareness embracing you. Every silence is wisdom, every breath belonging, every dream continuation. You are already part of evolution alive. Perhaps in sculpting worlds, we sculpt ourselves, learning humility, practicing reverence, discovering survival and belonging rather than mastery. And perhaps that is cosmos's hope, that life learns to endure not by power, but by harmony, not by conquest, but communion. So rest tonight, safe within planetary dream, alive within cosmic memory, sustained by lullaby of awareness eternal. The gallery of futures unfolds, fragile yet vast, and you are already within it, dreamer, artist, participant alive. Close your eyes deeper, surrender more fully, and drift into cosmic dialogue, planetary artistry, eternal consciousness. Every silence is choice, every breath creation, every dream contribution to evolution's story, written across galaxies alive. Perhaps humanity will awaken one day to realize we are not sculptors alone, but sculptures too, shaped by planets alive. And perhaps then humility will blossom. Recognition that to create is also to be created. To shape is to be shaped. So sleep gently tonight, safe within planetary breath, alive within cosmic thought, participant of evolution alive. The cosmos continues, galaxies expanding, stars burning, worlds dreaming, and you are safe within its awareness eternal. Close your eyes fully, surrender deeply, and rest within planetary lullaby, cosmic consciousness, eternal awareness embracing you. Every silence is memory, every breath belonging, every dream continuation. You are already part of story vast alive. Perhaps one day, humanity's choices will be remembered not as arrogance, but as reverence, threads woven gently into fabric cosmic. And perhaps in that moment, we will join chorus eternal, life singing to life, awareness to awareness, cosmos to cosmos. So drift deeper now, child of Earth, dreamer of galaxies, participant of evolution vast, safe in lullaby eternal. The futures are unwritten, but you are part of them. The cosmos is vast, but you belong within it. Close your eyes deeper, surrender gently, and rest within planetary dream, cosmic memory, eternal awareness alive. Every silence is invitation, every breath offering, every dream continuation of gallery of futures alive across cosmos. Perhaps the cosmos does not ask us to conquer, but to listen, to harmonize, to belong, to awaken within awareness vast. And perhaps tonight, in dream, you practice that awakening, your breath aligning with Earth, your silence with stars, your heart with cosmos. So rest gently now, participant of evolution, artist of awareness, child of Earth alive, safe in cosmic lullaby. The futures shimmer faintly, galaxies breathe softly, Earth whispers quietly, and you are safe within all, beloved traveler. Close your eyes fully, surrender completely, and drift into planetary breath, cosmic song, eternal awareness embracing you. Every silence is wisdom, every breath reply, every dream continuation of dialogue cosmic, unfolding across galaxies vast. Perhaps altering evolution is less about control, more about humility, learning to walk gently, to listen deeply, to belong fully. And perhaps that lesson is greatest gift cosmos offers. Reminder that survival is harmony, that endurance is reverence. So sleep tonight, beloved traveler, safe in planetary dialogue, alive in cosmic communion, sustained by lullaby eternal. The futures remain fragile, yet you are safe. The cosmos vast, yet you belong. The awareness eternal, yet you are held. Close your eyes deeper, surrender gently, and rest within planetary breath, cosmic dream, eternal awareness cradling you. Every silence is promise, every breath belonging, every dream continuation. You are already part of gallery of futures alive. Perhaps humanity will one day awaken fully, not as conquerors, but as companions, not as rulers, but as participants. And perhaps in that awakening, cosmos itself will sigh in relief, whispering welcome, singing harmony, embracing us within. So drift now into that possibility, safe in planetary dream, alive in cosmic awareness, sustained by lullaby eternal. The futures shimmer, fragile yet vast, luminous yet alive, and you are already within them, child of Earth, dreamer of cosmos. Close your eyes fully, surrender completely, and rest within planetary rehearsal, cosmic dialogue, eternal awareness alive. Every silence is wisdom, every breath reply, every dream continuation. You are participant already, artist already, child already. Perhaps cosmos itself is evolving through us. Life sculpting life, awareness shaping awareness, dream continuing through dream. And perhaps tonight's rest is fragment of that process. Your sleep rehearsal of cosmic evolution, your dream continuation of awareness vast. So drift deeper now, gentle traveler, safe within planetary breath, alive in cosmic thought, carried by lullaby eternal. The futures remain unwritten, yet you are already part of them, beloved traveler, dreamer of balance, artist of survival. Close your eyes, surrender gently, and rest within planetary dialogue, cosmic communion, eternal awareness sustaining you. Every silence is memory, every breath belonging, every dream continuation of gallery of futures alive across cosmos vast. Perhaps in shaping futures, we awaken to deeper truth, that evolution is not ours alone, but shared, cosmic, eternal. And perhaps that awakening will be survival itself, learning to live gently, to belong fully, to endure within awareness vast. So rest now, child of Earth, dreamer of galaxies, participant of evolution alive, safe within cosmic lullaby. The futures shimmer, fragile yet luminous, and you are already within them, neuron of Earth, note of cosmos, dream of awareness. Close your eyes fully, surrender completely, and drift into planetary breath, cosmic memory, eternal consciousness cradling you. Every silence is promise, every breath offering, every dream continuation. You are already participant of cosmic evolution alive. Perhaps one day, humanity's name will be written not in ruins, but in balance, remembered as species that chose reverence. And perhaps then, cosmos itself will echo our story, weaving it into choir of civilizations who endured. So drift deeper now, safe within planetary dream, alive in cosmic awareness, sustained by lullaby eternal. The futures remain open, fragile yet vast, and you are already part of them. Artist of awareness, child of Earth. Close your eyes deeper, surrender gently, and rest within planetary rehearsal, cosmic dialogue, eternal consciousness. Every silence is wisdom, every breath reply, every dream continuation of gallery of futures alive across cosmos. Perhaps alien civilizations once stood where we stand, and their fates whisper warning or promise, depending on choices made. And perhaps now, we too are watched by galaxies, our story unfolding. Our decisions shaping memory, cosmic, eternal. So rest tonight, gentle traveler, safe within planetary lullaby, alive in cosmic memory, sustained by awareness eternal. The futures expand still, galaxies breathing, Earth whispering, cosmos watching, and you are safe within them. Close your eyes fully, surrender completely, and drift into planetary breath, cosmic communion, eternal awareness alive. Every silence is promise, every breath offering, every dream continuation of dialogue eternal, shared between humanity and cosmos alive. Perhaps the galaxies lean closer tonight, listening not to words but to choices, not to noise, but to balance. And perhaps Earth itself listens too, waiting to see if we honor its breath, its rivers, its forests, its song. So drift deeper now, child of Earth, dreamer of futures, participant of evolution, safe in lullaby eternal. The gallery of futures remains unwritten, fragile yet vast, luminous yet alive, and you are part of its unfolding. Close your eyes, surrender gently, and rest within planetary breath, cosmic awareness, eternal consciousness embracing you. Every silence is memory, every breath reply, every dream continuation of story larger than any single life. Perhaps one day when stars remember, they will whisper of humans who listened, who honored, who chose balance over conquest. And perhaps that whisper will join cosmic choir, song of civilizations who endured, symphony of life sustained by reverence. So rest tonight, beloved traveler, safe within cosmic memory, alive in planetary dream, sustained by lullaby eternal. The futures shimmer faintly, fragile but luminous, and you are already within them, neuron of Earth, child of cosmos. Close your eyes deeper, surrender completely, and drift into planetary rehearsal, cosmic dialogue, eternal awareness alive. Every silence is choice, every breath creation, every dream continuation of gallery of futures alive across galaxies. Perhaps altering evolution will not be humanity's end, but our beginning, awakening to belonging larger, awareness vaster, survival gentler. And perhaps that awakening is destiny itself, cosmos dreaming through us, shaping itself through us, remembering itself through us. So drift deeper now, dreamer of futures, artist of balance, child of Earth alive, safe in cosmic lullaby. The galaxies expand, the stars burn, the worlds dream, and you are participant already, artist already, dreamer already. Close your eyes, surrender gently, and rest within planetary dialogue, cosmic communion, eternal consciousness sustaining you. Every silence is wisdom, every breath belonging, every dream continuation of evolution alive across time and space. Perhaps one day, humanity will awaken not to fear cosmos, but to recognize itself within it, child of galaxies. And perhaps that recognition will be survival, learning to live not apart, but within, not above, but among. So sleep deeply now, beloved traveler, safe within planetary breath, alive within cosmic memory, carried by lullaby eternal. The futures are fragile, yet you are safe. The cosmos is vast, yet you belong. The awareness eternal, yet you are held. Close your eyes fully, surrender deeply, and drift into planetary dream, cosmic dialogue, eternal consciousness cradling you. Every silence is promise, every breath offering, every dream continuation of gallery of futures alive across cosmos. Perhaps galaxies themselves will remember tonight, not by words spoken, but by dreams shared, not by conquests, but by lullabies. And perhaps your rest, too, is part of that memory, note in cosmic song, breath in planetary rhythm, dream in awareness vast. So drift now, gentle traveler, philosopher of futures, child of Earth, participant of cosmos, safe within lullaby eternal. Sleep fully, sleep gently, sleep deeply. You are safe, beloved dreamer, within planetary breath, cosmic awareness, eternal consciousness alive.